much margin of goals either. So it'll be a tight game today.
As indeed.
But I'm totally with you. It'll be an extra sort of impetus today, more of an emotional occasion that Torquay players will have to manage. This is what football's all about, isn't it? So
we've got an influx of fans coming in. I think some of them might have stayed out to make sure they didn't disturb the moments earlier on. As I said, there is a shot, well, 2 shots for Tony down there on each side of the centre spot as we look after it, one in each half. And as I said, it's particularly galling when it's a player that he's not somebody that just, it's the older generation of fans here. He was a huge part of this club's history, and without doubt, Sam, sometimes we throw the word legend about too often. In Tony's case, probably not often enough. It's truly sick and saddening day, sickening, should I say, and saddening day for all the Torquay United family. But myself and Sam will do our best to concentrate on the football as much as we can, and I'll quickly run through both sides for you. Torquay United line-up, they've made 2 changes from midweek. It's going to be James Hammond in goal. From right to left, it will be a back 3 of Palmer, Dreyer and Crass. Jordan Thomas and Carson will be right and left wing-back/midfielders. Dan Hayfield comes in for Threl Keldon. Hassani keeps his place, and the front 3 will be Jordan Young, Cody Cook and the returning Matt Jay, who comes in for Dylan Morgan. And probably I would think that Young and Jay are going to be as much number 10s as they are going to be wide players. The visitors have just made 1 change today, and I will take a slight guess at their formation, so I apologise to Hornchurch fans if I've not got this spot on, but we think you will play a 4-4-1-1 of sorts. There will be Terry in goal, a back 4 left to right, we believe. A back 4 of Phillips, Gibbs, Bertram, Cooper and Greenidge. A midfield 4 from left to right of Scannell, Pegram, Wright and Weston, with Angelo Balanta just behind McQueen up front. We will of course address that. There is going to be another round of applause for Tony Bedu. There is already some stuff on Twitter if you want to go and see that. I've put a video on myself. I know some fans have put some videos on if you want to see the tributes to Tony Bedu, but it looks like, well, it's not looks like, Torquay United playing in their traditional home shirt of yellow and blue hoops, the dark blue shorts and yellow socks. The day's visitors will play in red and white top with red shorts and red socks as well.
Basically extra colours.
Yeah, not too far off actually, yeah. And there is going to be a tribute, as I said, there is going to be another minute applause, so we will break off when that happens. And the referee today is Emily Heaslip.
It was with deep sadness that
on her
passing of our former striker Tony Bedu. The age of just
whistle, we shall enter a minute's applause.
Tony's long association with the club began when he joined United's youth department after leaving Chelsea in 1995. And he would go on to make his first team debut against Cardiff City in the following September at the age of just 16. Over the course of the next 10 years, Tony would go on to establish himself as a leading member of United's first team squad. He played an integral role in the Torquay side that won automatic promotion from Division 3 under manager Leroy Lusignan in 2003-2004. His longevity and loyalty was rewarded with a testimonial against Plymouth Argyle in 2005, and although his unbroken spell at Playmore ended with a move to Walsall the following summer, Tony returned a year later as Paul Buckle's side went within a whisker of gaining the club's Football League status at the first attempt. A dynamic, committed and exciting player who also gained full international honours with Granada whilst at Torquay, Bedu made a total of 374 appearances and scored 65 goals in all competitions for the club. He will rightly be remembered by the Yellow Army as a true Torquay United legend. The thoughts and condolences of everyone here at Torquay United continue to go out to all of Tony's family and friends at this very sad and difficult time. Please join us now in a minute's applause for Tony Bedu.
United fan base and club, thank you to Hornchurch for showing their respects to a true Torquay United legend in Tony Bedu. A wonderful occasion there, as much as it is sad as well. As I said, we mourn and celebrate in equal measure the life and career and sad passing of Tony Bedu, a genuine Torquay United legend. But both sides now need to put that out their minds a little bit, as Torquay United will hit, we believe, from left to right as we look at it into the traditional away end. And I'm sure if they needed any additional motivation, that was the motivation. They will need another big crowd come in here, probably heading towards the 4,000 mark. And Sam, you predicted a home win, but anyone will do, I think, for Torquay United, yeah?
Yeah, I totally agree. Wow. Sorry, I was just taken aback by that. That was actually a lovely fitting tribute, wasn't it? Football's such a wonderful game, isn't it? Wow. But yeah, we've got, as you said, Paul, just like the players, we've got to concentrate on the game now for 90 minutes. So yeah, well done to everyone involved for that. And yeah, Torquay, I'm looking forward to watching them today again in that sort of three-back formation again, which right now with the players we've got available, it's much time more four-back man. I think that's perfect. This shows Paul Watson just getting the best he has with him, especially with casting that sort of leg back. So yeah, and it worked brilliantly. I thought we were excellent at work within the week. So yeah. Yeah,
and we get underway here at Plainmore, and Jordan Young puts the ball back to Ed Palmer, and he goes up the left-hand side looking for Cody Cook. Hassani tries to get on that, it dinked away there, and it will be Palmer just gets in front of the Hornchurch man there, but it is them who take possession, and the ball's cleared down the line by Phillips all the way through, and McQueen trying to get in there, but James Hammond making no mistakes there. Palmer now finds Jordan Young with a low ball up at the halfway line, but Jordan Young heads back towards his own goal, and indeed heads back to James Hammond. There is a 4-4, well, it looks actually like it's going to be a 4-4-2. Actually, it looks like Balanta will start as a striker, Sam, for the away side, so we'll keep our eye on that. Perhaps that will be a in and out of possession type of thing, as Hassani's head towards the halfway line is headed back by right in the central midfield area, and McQueen brings that down well, but he's outnumbered there by Hassani and Krask, and eventually Carson's clearance goes all the way up to Greenidge, who decides to keep it in. The linesman did flag there, but he's actually flagged for a Hornchurch throw in for some reason, and the referee immediately overrules that and gives it to Torquay United in front of the pop side, 5 yards inside the Torquay United half. You're listening to BBC Radio Devon Sport, myself and Sam Swan here today. As I said, it's been an emotional start to the day, but Torquay United and their fans need to try and put that to the back of their minds for the next 90 minutes or so, as Ed Palmer comes up to the right hand side and finds the ever busy Dan Hayfield on the halfway line, but he's well closed down there by Sean Scammell, a player that caught your eye before we started, Sam, a highly experienced individual.
At Huddersfield, from what I remember back in the day. Hornchurch is one of these examples of these non-league teams who sort of build their team around good players, around sort of players that have got them to where they are now, and just pick up some really good pros who are sort of not on the way down in their career, I don't like to put it like that, but in the twilight years of their career, and just still want to play a good competitive standard, so fair play to them.
Absolutely. Cody Cook trying a ball forward there, nowhere near Matt J. Well, Sam, as I said, I always like to class myself as somebody that I'm trying my best not to be biased. I know sometimes I let it slip now and again, I will admit that, but also respectful to the opposition. And Hornchurch came up into this league last season, I think most people would have probably had them amongst the favourites to go straight back down, but as you said, it just shows when you've got the likes of Scammell and Balanta in your ranks, and you know, they seem to be going by their goals conceded column. They seem to be a very well coached and organised side. Darryl McMahon, of course, a name that needs no introduction to many people amongst the lower leagues, and well, I've heard some people saying they think the score's going to be 2-0, 3-1, something, whatever. I've got a feeling this is going to be a tight one, as again it's Hornchurch now trying to build
It's about the first 10 minutes, isn't it, for Torquay? If we let them into it, like they haven't locked the ball right now, Hornchurch, then they'll grow in confidence.
Absolutely. As that ball stink forward, that's a good take there by McQueen. He's got a chance. It's saved by James Hammond and cleared away there by Kraskin. Well, as we said, Sam.
That's your warning sign.
Absolutely. A little dink ball over the top. I think Torquay fought for offside, but to be fair to McQueen, he got in there and took control of the ball, got it down. Good first touch, but it was a tight angle. Couldn't beat James Hammond, but the first chance to Hornchurch, as again it's them trying to come forward, but Dan Hayfield gets in and plays it for Cody Cook. Two of them run into each other and the referee gives that against Cody Cook. Not really sure what way that should have went, Sam, to be honest with you.
It should have been either way, to be
correct,
honest.
exactly what I was going to say.
I think both players ran into each other and just sort of play on, which would have benefited Hornchurch more, but I think it's just an accidental collision more than anything. But yeah, no, as I say, like I was just saying, Hornchurch needs, you know, just need that confidence at the start. We passed it around their sort of back line well, but just easy. Just one ball at the top. It's caught Dreyer out and Krask out, and it was a tough angle, and Hammond did everything he needed to do and saved it well. But you know, as we say every year, there's no duds in this league, are there? You know, even like Weymouth on 19 points and we got a draw against them. And it just shows, you know, and they'll come here and they will up their game. I know it's a cliche, as a Hornchurch player is tying up his boots and taking about a minute, which is about as long as I take to do my boots and laces up, actually, probably, to be fair. So, but straight away
boots and laces I do, Sam's at the end of the stadium there.
Also stuck with Velcro these days.
Yeah, absolutely. As the free kick comes forward, it's going to be headed clear by Matt Carson, but only to Greenidge out there on the right hand side. Tries to get down, and this attempted cross is blocked by Hassani, and after 5 minutes here at Plainmoor, down their right hand side, Hornchurch will have the first corner of the afternoon, and up come all the big men. They have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the box. Another one behind it. Torquay United have only put Jordan Young. He's receiving instructions from Paul Watton, but it's going to be a left-footed corner. It's a short one. It finds McQueen back to the kicker, and it comes, but it's a poor cross, and Hassani gets it away. Jordan Young can't pick that up, and it will now come to Scammell out on this left-hand side, back inside, and again back out to Scammell. He's now got up Jordan Thomas to face, heading towards the left edge of the box. He tries to get his cross in. Jordan Thomas does get the tackle in, but Hornchurch will have a corner down their left-hand side, and they've started fairly well, son.
Well, there's only one team in this at the moment, and it's not Torquay. Torquay need to ride the storm, and hopefully this will be a sort of a big first 5-10 minutes. Don't concede and then start to get into the game. But Hornchurch just showing they're not just coming there to set up for a draw, are they?
Absolutely. It will be Miles Weston's left foot from the left hand side. Here it comes towards the penalty spot. It does reach a Hornchurch head, but to no effect, and eventually Torquay United clear it away, but Hornchurch again too wise to make anything happen there, and that will go all the way through to James Hammond in the Torquay United goal. And Torquay need a wee minute to just set themselves into this one. It's a quick one by Hammond, but he's given it to Carson, who gives it away, but Crass does well, and then a sliding tackle there by Pegram.
It's not quite with it, are we? You know, Hammond's done really well to throw it out to Carson, whose just pass was poor, and then Krask is...
Well, I thought Krask kind of...
Yeah,
I won't use the expression, son, but he wasn't too brave getting into that one there, was he?
He's ended up conceding the throw-in from it.
He is indeed. And here comes Pegram trying to build for the away side. It's back out to the right-hand side. Excuse me. Where Greenidge can already tell he's going to support the front men. Beg your pardon. The ball now comes inside again. Pegram, a busy start for him, and he just strokes it back to Gibbs on the halfway line, and now a ball down the left channel for Torquay, looking for the runner McQueen. It's a little bit too intricate. Torquay United will have a goal kick. 7 gone at Plainmoor. Sam, Torquay need to settle into this one.
Yeah, well, it's good play from Torquay out of possession there. But yeah, we just haven't had the ball at all. We've taken us by surprise. Torquay just need to emotionally manage the occasion. No need to panic yet. Obviously, we haven't conceded. It's still 0-0. But I just want to see a bit more quality. But they're completely just splitting our sort of 3-5-2 at the moment.
Yep.
Just we haven't got Cook or anyone on the ball.
Well, I think I'll come to a little tactical observation I have in a minute. Whether it's correct or not will be another one, as Krask heads out and Hornchurch have a throw-in down their right-hand side, midway inside the Torquay half. I think they're putting the two up front to make sure that nobody from the back three of Torquay comes charging out with the ball, Sam.
Yeah.
Which is going to take a fair bit away from Torquay. I thought Balanta would have started a little bit deeper, but he's not. He's playing right up front. And again, it's them coming down the right hand side, right edge of the box, but Crass gets in front of his man there, but it will go out for a throw in 30 yards from goal again down the right hand side. Good afternoon and welcome to any Hornchurch fans tuning in, and believe me, your team have started really impressively here. 8 minutes gone and you've spent about 7.5 of them in the Torquay United half. It's going to be, I think it's Greenidge with a long throw over there. I can't see his number, I think that's who it is. Here it comes towards the edge of the Torquay box. Hassani's head gets it away. Good header out by Hassani there, to be fair, but it's picked up nicely by Wright, and he gets it back out to the right hand side. He is offside, yeah. I thought he was there. I think that is number, I don't think it's number 11, Miles Weston down there. Failed to read the line a little bit, Sam, but a little bit of a let off for Torquay.
I mean, you're totally right there, Paul, because having the two up front means that you can't make the use of having the three centre-backs for possession-wise, which means Torquay just got to work the ball into midfield quicker. It's just one half chance Torquay to do something there. Matt J, really poor, just expects much better from him. As again, this goal kick from Hammond, Cook can't keep it in play. Just all out of sorts in the moment, Torquay. I mean, there's no point panicking yet. I prefer them to get their bad tempers out of the way now, but we just haven't settled in at all. Fair play to Hornchurch, but Torquay do need to start stepping up. They look a little bit sort of caught in headlights at the moment, Torquay, don't they?
Yeah, can't argue with that, Sam, to be honest, as McQueen drops a little bit deeper. Finds Scammell out on the left-hand side. Scannell, should I say, not Scammell. And it's him that picks up the pass towards the left edge of the box, but both Palmer and Dan Hayfield go back to close that down, and it will be a throw in for Scannell, so I keep calling him Scammell as if he's robbing people here, Sam. My apologies to Sean Scannell, I will confirm, and it is going to be a long throw from Gibbs. It is indeed. Sorry, it takes a long throw. I couldn't see his number on the other side, but he's deep. Well, he's about 2 yards from the corner flag down the left-hand side here at Bristol's bench. Hornchurch hitting him to the seated end, as it were. It's a header there, but not a very good one by Hayfield. It's going to break in the box, but Hayfield gets it. A little bit lucky there, Torquay, but that didn't break. And now Cody Cook will go to close down Greenidge, but Greenidge well in control of that. Plays the ball back to Terry in the goal, and Hornchurch will come again. This time long, Ed Palmer will go up, but his header goes backwards and finds Scannell down. It's breaking at the edge of the Torquay box. A low ball across. McQueen misses his kick. A big chance there for Hornchurch. He should have done better, but now Matt Jay's got a chance to get United on the front foot. Finds Jordan Young, goes by one on the halfway line. Back to Matt Jay, and again back to Jordan Young, and that's given us a free quick. Huge chance there, Sam, to be fair, for the visitors. McQueen should have done better.
McQueen, who scored the 2 late goals at Bath the other week, I'm pretty sure, for Hornchurch, they just got in behind Thomas really easy, and the centre-backs, the sort of back 3, back 5 is not working for Torquay one bit at the moment. Hornchurch completely getting through us. I mean, apart from Worthing, which we ended up winning at home, Hornchurch is the first team I've just seen turn up and absolutely run rings around us.
Absolutely. Jordan Young wants a long free kick towards the edge of the box. Up goes the header. Palmer, can it break a Torquay away? Yes, it can, and for their first attempt at goal, Finn Crass fires a right foot shot into the net from 8 yards out. It's against the run of play. Torquay don't care. 12 gone here at Plainmoor. Torquay United 1, Hornchurch 0.
Well, a fantastic free kick that was. So, Jordan Young's put it from a halfway line. He's put it, Palmer, who's on the right hand side. At first it looked like he really overhit it, didn't he? But Palmer's one ahead, one a flick on, and it's a fantastic finish by the defender, Finley Crass. Top corner, no keeper saves that. And well, sorry to be boring, sorry to fashion, but you can't just be getting the ball into the box and winning a flick on like that. Hornchurch had all the possession, and they should have done a lot better with a half chance there, but Torquay haven't exactly been bad. Hornchurch just had all the ball, and brilliant, fantastic. Well, we needed that. Just need to make sure we start to grow into confidence now. A long way to go in this game.
I was going to say just before that free kick went in, Sam, that Torquay United need to just keep it up in this area and spend a little bit of time there. Well, they did that in the most emphatic style they could. Well, I think we both have to be fair and say this has come very much against the run of play. Hornchurch must be wondering exactly how that happened to them, but as you said, if you're going to lose the ball in the air to a header and then leave a centre back unmarked, that's going to happen. I don't think that would be the story of Hornchurch's season. They don't concede many, as Matt Jay looks to get in. Carson might get in left hand edge of the box. He's forced back though, and he comes back to goal scorer Crass. He comes inside to Hassani, back to Dreher on the halfway line. He feeds Ed Palmer just inside his own half. United now looking to go down the right hand side, but Palmer's ball gives Jordan Thomas no chance. I think from their point of view, Sam, they'll say that's poor defending. Finlay Crass won't care, and it was a good finish by Crass, to be fair to him. He's put that in well from what, 10 yards, say?
Yeah, well, Hornchurch have had all the possession, haven't they? They've done all that stuff impressively, but if you can't defend a ball in the box, but let's take nothing away. That's fantastic technique by Crass. You know, strikers will be proud of that. He's just got his foot through it, and it's just gone into the roof of the net, really, in the top corner. So brilliant, well done Torquay, and instantly we feel like we're starting to get the ball now as well.
Absolutely, as Jordan Thomas finds Cody Cook. Good strength by Cook, gets a little shot pull there, but on the blind side of the official, and it's going to be a throw-in to Hornchurch, Torquay United. Now 14 yards roughly from goal. It's going to be taken quickly. No, it's not. Jordan Thomas, I beg your pardon, had the ball. It's a chance to put it to Jordan Young. He refused that opportunity, but well, again, Jordan Young makes space, but they'll decide to leave it, and here comes a long throw ahead. Palmer's coming up.
Yeah, they're in the mix. Shame we can't have Palmer winning the flick on.
It's a low one across from Palmer.
I'd also like to point out, for the free kick for the goal, it's a lovely ball by Matt J. Just evaded the midfielder.
Fair point. Fair point. Just get a quick moment. I just want to say a quick good afternoon to a Torquay United celebrity fan. He's just sent me a little text. Charlie Baker, good afternoon to you, Charlie. And I promise you, the atmosphere and the feeling about here is, it's a strange atmosphere, as it well. There's a game to go on, but obviously you would be very familiar with Tony Beddoe as well. I would guess you probably met him a few times, and such heartbreak. But thank you for your kind message there, Charlie. I do appreciate it. As Torquay United through Jordan Young come forward, now find Cody Cook, right hand side ball into Jordan Thomas in the box. Transfer shot from Thomas. Did the keeper get a save? He did. Get his fingertips to it. Good save. Thomas tried to beat him at the near post. Corner kick, Torquay United. 15 gone here at Plainmoor.
That's fantastic. But it's a bit critical at times of Cook's build-up play recently, as well as he works. But that was just a lovely, that was delicate, like, you know, almost like Danny Wright when you bring players in. A lovely ball through. Cook's had a fantastic start to this game, and Thomas has done everything right there, just on the run. He's kept it down on target, and the keeper's just flicked it up over the bar, as it'll be a corner on his left hand side for Jordan Young, but much better from Torquay as we're growing into this game.
It's going to be a corner from the pop side of Plainmoor. It's going to be the left foot of Jordan Young. Absolutely everybody congregated either on the goal line or towards the back post, and that's where Young's goes ahead. It's Kraske just about wins it, but Hornchurch through Scannell just about trying to get it clear, and they do get it clear, but only as far as Jordan Thomas. He's now got options, but the option he takes is to hit it off the body of Angelo Balanta. Good closing down by Balanta, and he forced him to go back to Hammond. But since the goal, Sam, it has to be said that Torquay United, well, it's just confidence for you, hasn't it? Just goals change games, cliche, but
yeah,
it's certainly been an apt cliche here. As a poor header there from McQueen goes all the way forward to Matt J, and he gives Jordan Young in that floating role. Him and Matt J, to confirm, are in the two number 10 positions today. Jordan Young over on the left hand side now finds Hassani. He comes back to Crass. United played themselves into this game, the goal obviously helping, and now Sam Dreyer will find Ed Palmer, and he comes back to Dreyer midway inside the Torquay United half. Dreyer almost took his eye off that there, and Balanta nearly got in front of him there. I thought that was a handball there, but here comes Greenwich rampaging forward for Hornchurch, and their ball, all of a sudden, nothing seems to be working for them as that ball's deflected off him. It will go through to James Hammond. 16 and a half gone here at Plainmoor on BBC Radio Devon Sport. Torquay United 1, Hornchurch now. Sam, have you got some latest scores?
Yeah, there's been some goals already. Slough 1, Worthing 0, excuse me. Bournemouth 0, Eastbourne 0.
Sorry, Sam, you did say Slough 1, Worthing 0?
Yes, I did.
My apologies. Good.
Lovely. Tonbridge 0, Truro 1, and 1-0, Dorking 1. So already a mixed bag of goals. As Torquay win a corner. But yeah, interesting with that Worthing. It's such a topsy-turvy league. It's nice how much sort of nationwide sort of interest is now in this title battle.
Did you see? I see Michael Westcott reposted a video. I'd seen it before about the tightest race in world football. But it's been a crazy league, Sam, hasn't it? And as I said,
it's a nice draw into that as well, isn't it? You think ex-football league team, so hopefully a lot more people will be watching it.
It's going to be Jordan Young's corner from the left-hand side. Here it comes towards the back post again. Up goes the head of Gibbs. He doesn't get it out his own box, but Scannell will do that for him, and now Jordan Thomas has got it. Needs to be a little bit smart here. McQueen closing him down. To be honest with you, Sam, if McQueen was a little bit stronger there, I think he had a chance there. Jordan Thomas I'm going to come to him at some point during the day, Sam. I'm not convinced that he's been on as good form as maybe he's getting credit for recently, but we'll see. Up goes a long ball as Cody Cook gets a head onto it, but the ball between him and Bertram Cooper breaks a Hornchurch way, and now Hassani nods it forward. Jordan Young over on the left hand side, but Matt Jace closed down by 2, can't keep on it, and it's cleared again there by Bertram Cooper. But the game has become a little bit scrappy from a Hornchurch perspective as Hassani finds Dan Hayfield. Hayfield can't get his team onto the front foot, and it's come scrappy for both sides actually, in truth, not just Hornchurch. And then Hassani is not penalised for that. The referee had a good view at it, decides not. Crash tries a long diagonal looking for a supporting run of Jordan Thomas. Good first touch by Thomas, and then he's bundled over, and neither referee or linesman is going to give a free kick for that. I thought it might have been, I thought Scannell possibly gave him a little kick off the ball there, Sam, but throw into Hornchurch the outcome.
Uses experience, didn't he, there? Yeah, that's such a lovely ball by Krask. I was just thinking Krask as well, I'm really happy for him. Like, I think he's a really good footballer, a really good player for Torquay to have in their squad.
Who's this, sorry?
Finlay Krask.
Yeah.
I've always felt like he's more, when he first signed, I remember watching him when he was on trial with us against Plymouth in a friendly. I saw him more as like a creative midfielder actually. So I've always been quite surprised he's ended up in defence, but that goal shows what he's got going forward. So yeah, he's just all round a really decent footballer.
He's one of these players, Sam, as the ball's just played into a Torquay half, but Carson will get there, but Hammond needs to be wise and tell him McQueen was going to close him down, which indeed he is, and Hammond's clearance goes up looking for Cody Cook. Falls to Hassani. He's one of these players, Sam, I find that is a victim of his own versatility, if I want a better expression.
Totally with you.
Here comes Dreyer now over to Palmer. United midway inside their own half. Jordan Thomas tells him, don't play it back to me, as Phillips was coming out of defence there to close him down. Hornchurch holding quite a high line here. You need to be careful of the runner, and the runner's Dan Hayfield, but Palmer's ball's too late. Palmer has to let that go. That was right in front of us there. We could see that almost a TV picture. Hayfield made a run. He was getting in behind. Hornchurch didn't follow him. Palmer delayed the attempted pass for some reason, and rightly offside was given.
I love that run by Hayfield though. I just want to see us do more sort of in behind runs like that. I mean, the ball from Hayfield to Cook, which led to the penalty at Worthing, that's honestly more actually, so that was lovely. And the pitch is holding up well. It doesn't look aesthetically pleasing on this side towards us on the right hand side of the pitch, but it's not getting stuck up at all, because when we first arrived there, it didn't look great, did it?
No, absolutely it didn't. As here comes Cook after Matt J wins possession in his own half, comes over to Jordan Thomas. Little give and go with Palmer. United got a chance to go on the front foot, but Jordan Thomas just prefers to keep possession. Again, Cody Cook it was that made that run in between the left back and the left centre back, but the ball not released quick enough. Here comes Carson now on the halfway line down the left hand side, but good play there by Greenidge to block him, and it does break a Hornchurch way, but that surely went out. I'm not sure what that linesman's doing over there, Sam. We could see that from here, and he actually waited on the instruction from the referee to put the flag up there. Need to sharpen up a little bit there. It's a quick throw in for Torquay, which finds Hassani. He finds Matt J 25 yards from goal. J comes one way and the other. He's going to try a left foot shot. Good blocking there though, to be fair, by Wright in the central midfield. Thomas Rate, I beg your pardon, not Wright. A misprint on the sheet there, I think, Tom. Rate, it is, not Wright. As the ball comes in from a left right hand side of Hornchurch, but headed away, and Matt J again picks it up, dropping that little bit deeper, does well to hold possession and wins a throw in.
He's going into the game, Matt J well. He just showed a little bit of his first time I've seen him sort of do that. He's beat a defender, put on his left, the defender's done fantastic, they recover and block it, but it's just, as you say, he's dropping into that number 10 position, isn't he? And this is the first time, the first 20 odd minutes of this game, I'm seeing Cook and Jay start to link up nicely. I'm seeing Cody Cook's been fantastic with his sort of passing ability as well. So that's one thing I want to see from them too, because if you have them two from the start of the season, a whole pre-season, I mean, you're hoping it's going to get about 10-20 goals each, aren't you? So. Absolutely.
Well, I think one of the things sometimes that you end up confusing yourself as much as the opposition is when like Jay and Jordan Young in particular switch about positions, it's, and I'm not sure it's always effective, but Jordan Young's been one of these players. I think I said to you on the day that we brought him in here, so he's one of these players as a long ball comes forward, all the way through to him, and he's one of these players that will spend 80 minutes doing comparatively nothing, and then for the next 10 he'll just win your games. And he's done it already. I mean, he's been on the form of his life, well, not literally, but he's been on really, really good form of late. That free kick on Tuesday night, an absolute
you need those players in your team.
Yeah, absolutely. He wins games.
We've got enough runners, and then you just go, what's poor pass? You've got enough runners, and then you just need a couple to go win you the game.
Absolutely. Well, a very loose pass there from Dan Hayfield from in the number 6 position. He came out to the right hand side looking for Palmer, but played it too far in front of him. However,
Slough 2, Worthing 0.
Slough Town 2, Worthing 0. Yeah, that's a nice one. Dorking are in front right enough, but it's I think Worthing are in the strongest position of anybody in this league at the moment. So, I mean, the main reason I say that is because they've not only played, but they've beaten and drawn with most of the top teams over the last month or so.
If I was a better man, it's Dorking or Torquay for a title.
Really? Oh no, it's Worthing for me, but I'll be very happily wrong. Very happily. That's a good jump there by Cody Cook, and now Jordan Young looks for Hassani. He finds Hassani. Mark Carson comes up to support him, but the ball from Hassani, I can understand why he tried it, but he truthfully didn't give Carson too much of a chance. Greeny's gets back there.
Lovely ball before that, and Carson was doing everything right. Hassani, just great player, but it was an awfully executed pass, wasn't it? Right idea, but it was just basics really. But we'll recover. As we have it, he has the ball now.
You're listening to BBC Radio Devon Sport here from Plainmoor. I'm Paul Mulhern, joined by Sam Swan. 24 minutes about to turn on the clock. Torquay United 1, Hornchurch 0. A 12-minute strike from Finn Krask, putting the home side in front, but in truth, Hornchurch absolutely dominated the first 11 minutes before that, and then conceded. But it has to be said, since the goal, Sam, the mantra of this game has changed spectacularly, and Torquay have been pretty much on top, haven't they?
Well, you said about the 2 strikers that were stopping our centre-backs having the ball. Well, all that's happened since the goal is our centre-backs have had the ball. It's gone back to a Torquay game of normal now.
Well, I think McQueen's started to drop him a little bit deeper, hasn't he? And given it's but I understand why they're doing it, sort of thing. But I just said for the first 10-11 minutes, I think you said it yourself, Sam, it was probably the most impressive you've seen any opponent here.
We couldn't get a foot. It wasn't even at Torquay playing badly. It was just they completely had everything. But since then they've just lost their way a bit now. They're just kind of punting it forward here and there when they have half opportunities to create something. So, well, from a Torquay point of view, keep that up. But still a long way to go. As Hornchurch have a goal kick here. 25 minutes in, Torquay will be very happy though to see to create a bit more in open play still is my thing going forward. Try and get a 2-goal lead because games can change. We've seen Torquay have to go 1-0 up 1-1 a few times, haven't we, this season? So
yeah, absolutely. Well, as I said, Hornchurch are not a side to concede that many, Sam, so I'm not expecting a rush of goals here, to be honest with you. I did joke with somebody though that given that the way both teams tend to play, they don't concede many. I'll predict 1-0 and it'll end up 4 each or something. You know how good my predictions are, which is why I tend to keep them to myself. But United take a throw in down their left hand side. Sam Dreyer just strokes it back to James Hammond in goal.
Well, if you keep the ball a lot, you don't concede loads. You don't score loads, but you don't concede loads.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and as you say, when 2 teams' style is based around a lot of that, then,
Well, just to say what we're saying about the 3 at the back and the 2 strikers up front, they'd have pushed them both back up front now, Sam, and force Hammond to go long, but the ball ends up with Dreyer midway inside his own half. He goes along to goal scorer Krask on the left hand side. He finds Carson on the halfway line. Matt J makes himself available, but again the pass from Hassani a little bit too intricate, and now a chance for Hornchurch to break, and it's going to be Phillips or Scannell, I think it is, down that left hand side, but he just couldn't keep up on it. 26 minutes played here at Plainmoor again. Good afternoon and welcome to any listeners from the Hornchurch persuasion. I said your team are currently 1-0 down, but if you've been tuned in since the beginning, you'll probably wonder why, because for the first 11 minutes you basically set up camp in Torquay United's half, and then from the first attack Torquay had, you conceded, unfortunately for you guys, but Torquay United through Matt J and Cody Cook, he dinks it looking for the runner. Young, the keeper, a little bit unsure of himself there, stays on his line, and it's going to be Bertram Cooper comes over and concedes a throw into Torquay United, 12 yards from goal down the right hand side. As Ed Palmer, no, he's not going to go and take it, as Jordan Young picks up the quick one from Thomas Young, looking for space to try and get across him, finds Palmer. Now back onto the left foot of Young, but he's forced back out towards the touchline. A little trip there, but gets back up, gets back to his feet, not stays on it, and comes back to Sam Dreyer, and the impetus of any attack is taken out of Torquay, and now it'll be Crass trying to build from the back just over the halfway line, finds Hassani looking for a little bit of movement, but Hornchurch well organised off the ball, as Sam alluded to earlier on. Now out to Ed Palmer on the halfway line, his ball down the right channel, finds Cody Cook, gets in front of his man and keeps control of it. 12 yards from goal, but a good tackle there by, no it's not, it's Phillips back there, and between him and Scannell, well Scannell actually loses that, and now Dan Hayfield can find Hassani, little dink by Hassani, good little give and go, can Hassani find a shot, excellent tackle there by the full back Greenidge to stop Torquay United, and now Dan Hayfield loses it as well, and a chance for McQueen to break. Hayfield goes back, brings him down, 28 gone here at Plainmore, free kick to Hornchurch just inside their own half, but an excellent tackle there from Greenidge to stop a good move, Sam.
Yeah, Slough 2 woven one now as well, but I think that kind of sums up Hassani's game so far. Really good idea. It's just, he played a lovely 1-2 and it looked like it's going to open up for him, but just that touch let him down a little bit, but he's playing well. It will happen eventually. Hayfield been a little bit sloppy so far, you know, no lack of good ideas, but just the midfielders, they're trying really hard, just need to impose a little bit more quality as Hassani skews a
well, and Carson as well, bizarrely there, Sam, as that free kick come up, Carson just ended up not even trying to challenge for that for some reason. I don't know if he just shot pull, but here come Hornchurch, right hand edge of the box, going inside it, brought down, penalty awarded to Hornchurch. I think it's Crass gets went in with a challenge. He got the ball at first, but it broke again back to Watson. He controlled the ball, he was then brought down by Carson. The referee Emily, he slipped decides that was enough to award a penalty. Dreyer and Hammond not happy. 29 gone here at Plainmore, chance for the visitors to get back on level terms from the spot. Paul Wharton apoplectic about that. I'm going to be honest, I think the referee's just about got that right. Yeah, definite
penalty. I'm more annoyed about how, as I said, Hassani's just sort of, it's just sloppy by Hassani, and then Crass gets just a bit naive really. You know, you can't really be going in like that because the player will just kick your foot, and that's not saying he's cheated.
I just said the build up to that goal, I think it's going to be Rate that's taking the penalty. I don't think it is going to be. I can see his captain's armband. It will be with the left foot. I think Carson's attempt to get up for a header before the Hassani poor header was pathetic, not to put too fine a point on it. Sam, I don't know whether he was having his shirt pulled from behind, but he almost like stopped mid-challenge. But as we are about to approach the 30-minute mark here at Plainmore, it is going to be Thomas Rate with the left foot to try and draw the visitors level. James Hammond in United's goal. The referee still not blowing the whistle. She blows it now. Rate will come forward, left footed, takes it, saved by James Hammond, and not once but twice, but then he's lost it, he's dropped it as the ball going to come back into the box. It's a low one, chance for McQueen there, it goes out for a corner. James Hammond's a hero though, Sam.
Super, James. It just felt like that was going to happen. It's such a long wait. James Hammond's in fantastic form right now, Hammond. Well done. It just wasn't the best of penalty, but he's gone the right way. Well saved. It's just about got rid of, and then he's got back up, and it's saved. But let off for Torquay, but well done, keeper.
I'm going to be honest, Sam, when we get a break and play, I'll come back to that. I thought that was a terrible penalty from Rate, to be honest. But here comes a left-footed corner towards the back post, up goes it, heads, it's a Hornchurch head that wins it. Referee gives a free kick. Paul Wharton still got something to say about the penalty. Paul, on this occasion, I think if you see that back again, you'll think it was a penalty. But the way that Rate ran up there, Sam, he's almost like he's kind of leaned back a little bit. He's not put a lot into it. He's went to, as we look at it, the left side, James Hammond's right side. It's between the centre of the goal and the post, at a perfect height for Hammond to save it. Credit, of course, goes to James Hammond, but I think that's a really poor penalty from Rate, to be honest.
And Torquay did everything they needed to. James Hammond sort of delayed the penalty a bit. The ref then had to make sure no one was encroaching. He just didn't look confident, as he said, in the way he sort of leant back. It was telegraphed. So yeah, Torquay got away with it there, but it just shows.
Listen, I've only seen that once, Sam, obviously, but I think his whole body shape meant that he was never going to be able to put a lot of force behind it. As here comes Dan Hayfield, but a good tackle there, and now out to this left hand side, and it will be, I think, Watson all the way over. I beg your pardon, it's Balanta, but he takes his time and just just strokes it back to Phillips. He'll go back to centre half. Gibbs will try and clear long. It'll go over the head of Jordan Thomas. Torquay United midway inside their own half will have a throw in, but I'm just trying to look at their manager to see the reaction to that penalty, Sam. Perhaps I'm being harsh. Listen, it's always easy to criticise when somebody doesn't score, but I think his whole body position, the way he was almost leaning back, he didn't give himself as much a chance, and truthfully didn't, as much as a penalty can be, he gave James Hammond every chance. But United fans delighted to see that, and of course no credit away from James Hammond. He made a wonder save last week, he's saved a penalty this week, and now Kraska's, Carson's got it on a halfway line, but he's got not much to aim for in front of him. Matt J comes behind him, he misses him out and comes to Krask over to Sam Dreer. He will recycle to Ed Palmer, and United will try and come up the right hand side. Jordan Thomas comes short and receives, but back to Palmer. Palmer longer one there. Hayfield tries a dummy looking for Cook. Cook gets in front of his man Gibbs and is awarded a free kick. Little bit soft I felt there, to be honest with you, but nice little play there by Torquay. Good dummy by Hayfield, and United midway inside the Hornchurch half, 2 yards from the touchline in front of the away dugout. We'll have a Jordan Young free kick, Sam. Then if Torquay United can find another one, that would really the spirit the away side, I feel.
Yeah, huge moment in the game that was, and then Torquay's season as well, so fantastic. And Cody Cooks, he's been my...
It's a short one from Jordan Young to Matt J in acres of space. J might try a shot, he digs it towards the back post, up goes the head again of Krask, but he can't keep it on target, just goes up over the bar. 34 gone here at Plainmore on BBC Radio Devon Sport. Torquay United 1, Hornchurch 0.
Sam's involved, hasn't he? He's been involved, Finley Crass. He scored a brilliant goal, conceded the penalty, and then he also had another one. There's a lovely ball in by Jay. He's shown his quality. I thought he was going to hit it from about 30 yards. He's put a lovely ball into the box. Crass, pretty much free header at the back post, always going over, but good effort nonetheless. And as I say, my favourite outfield player today, Cody Cook, for me. He's doing everything right. He's always gets loads of praise, but sometimes I just want to see a little bit more sort of end product with when he's bringing other players into the play, and he has done that today.
Well, Sam, I'm going to have to just ask you a question in a minute. As Cody Cook exchange passes, Hassani will pick that up if he can get a pass away, but Jordan Thomas stops it going to Jordan Young, and then a ball comes through looking for McQueen, and he is in an offside position, I believe. There's a linesman there. Sam, you said Slough 2, Worthing 1. I've actually got Slough 3, Worthing 0.
Must have been the start. The thing is, we run off sofa score, don't we? Sometimes when there's a goal that's disallowed.
I've got Gilbert 11, the manager Davis 23, and then all it says is goal 31, so we will confirm that for you sooner rather than later.
I'll go onto their Twitter. But yeah, that happens sometimes, doesn't it?
Not being childish, but let's hope it's a Slough 3, Worthing 0 1. No offence, Worthing, but you're doing too well at the moment, so you need to drop back a peg or two.
Yeah, it's 3-0. Gone on to their Twitter. Sofa score. Well, you set me up for failure there, but I'm delighted that you have.
Yeah, absolutely. Hassani now finds Carson. He comes inside looking for the deep line. Cook, who does well to keep it up, to keep it going, and then goes down for a free kick. I think I heard you say never there, Sam, and
never a foul. He's just tripped a bit, and then he's already going down, and Cody Cook knows what he's doing there. But
yeah, absolutely. From
a Torquay point of view, we'll take it. About time Cody Cook started getting some decisions, and he's had about 3 in this game. So
I tell you what as well, Sam, sorry to change the subject slightly, for the past 2 months none of us have really looked at the bottom 4 in this division, because all of a sudden the Enfield, if they win today, can pull themselves out the bottom 4, and Aveley also coming back are 1-0 up against Weston.
That's brilliant. I want to see a relegation battle as much as a title.
Absolutely. Jordan Young, long diagonal free kick, it is Ed Palmer, it wins a header nodded on by Crass, but
something, handball, something, I don't know.
Well, she signalled for offside there, but the linesman clearly didn't put the flag up. She did that signal, Sam, with her hands up to say offside out the signal for it.
I think she's having an excellent game, by the way, the ref.
Well, I'm not sure what she's seen there, unless it came through her earpiece, but why he wouldn't put his flag up there. But listen, the reality is it's probably me, it's got that wrong, to be fair. But here it is with 9 minutes to the break. Here comes the long kick, which McQueen gets in front of Dreher and does well. Finds Scannell on the left hand side. McQueen waits beside him. He needs to get into the box to give Scannell something to aim at. It's a low ball across. Balanta takes it well. It's going to come back to McQueen. Low shot comes in, blocked by Krask. Can it be cleared out there? Eventually Dan Hayfield gets in. A decent move there by Hornchurch. They're building their way back into this one, to be fair to them. And a long clearance goes all the way through to Bertrand Cooper, but he doesn't use a goalkeeper. He comes to Greenidge on the right hand side, who then uses a goalkeeper. Decent little move by Hornchurch there again.
I'm really really impressed. I'm a lot more impressed than like Eastbourne last week, who are obviously on an 11-game unbeaten strike. But it's weird. Torquay had 3 players closing down the winger, and he just managed to put it through all of them. And in the end, I think that shot might have been going in. And Krask again.
Yeah, he blocked.
Well, he's on course for, even though he can see the penalty, he's on course for a man of the match here, isn't he? That's a fantastic block.
As again, they're trying to come forward, but Carson gets in, and then he runs into his own man, Hassani. To be fair, I think that's on Hassani, that one. And here comes Greenish down the right hand side. Think little ball forward again, looking there. That's gone off Dreher. I think they've given a goal kick. I thought that looked a little bit harsh, but the referee and linesman in agreement, and it is a goal kick for Torquay United.
It was a goal kick, but again, the linesman was more reliant on the ref there.
I noticed that as well, Sam. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was,
I would like that clarified. I've seen an online debate about that recently, about I wish somebody would actually clarify what referees expect of their, because they're called assistant referees as opposed to lines people, and I don't know whether there's a set in stone rule or not, or whatever. Like, you know, some of them seem to want them involved, other ones basically say only flag for offside, as Matt J does well there, but eventually Cody Cook loses it in another long clearance. But there seems to be like a kind of a bit of an open book, shall we say, as to how involved they get. So I mean, it probably tells you as much about me, to be fair, but I would like to know if it's a set in stone thing there. What they're expected to do is a good ball comes out United's defence, think forward, looking for Jordan Young, who is going to be on side here, heading towards the right edge of the box on the left foot. Jordan Young lays it across there, looking for Carson, and Matt Carson finishes with aplomb from about 10 yards out with the left foot. A brilliant breakaway from Torquay United. 39 minutes gone here at Plainmoor. Torquay United 2, Hornchurch 0. Carson doubles a home side's lead.
That is probably my favourite goal that Torquay have scored this season so far, apart from a couple of long-range efforts, because that is a team goal at its best. I was saying I want to see Jordan Young and those sort of players in behind the team or in behind the opposition defence. He's the last man. To beat the last man, he's got a lovely ball through, and he's got through, and he's just picked the most. This is why Jordan Young is one of the best players in National League South, because he has just waited. There's 3 Torquay players coming through. He's passed it behind the initial 2, and Carson's arriving into the box, and there's a lot more to do. He's free. It's awful marking by Hornchurch, but that finish is fantastic. That's when you know Matthew Carson has come through a Premier League academy. It's such a lovely professional finish, isn't it? Delighted for Carson, delighted for Young, and this is a big thing for Torquay, because Hornchurch have really impressed me so far. Absolutely lovely football by Torquay.
Sam, I'm going to sound the smug klaxon in a minute when I come back to Jordan Young, but I think the biggest thing about that goal's the assist there, to be honest with you. It was a good finish by Carson, taking nothing away from him at all, but Jordan Young's got down, he's beat his man. He could easily just have dinked that in on a hit and hope pass, whatever. He took his time, as you described there during your summation. He looked for the player there, he could see Carson coming in. He wasn't closely marked, Jordan Young, but that's because he got away from his player. He's just rolled it across. Well, I say just rolled it across. He's played an accurate pass, probably 15 yards to the on-rushing Carson. 10 yards, left foot into the corner, keeper no chance. And I think I heard you saying there, Sam, it's one of your favourite goals of the season. I can see why. Excellent football from Torquay, and this is what happens when you bring quality into the team. They tend to deliver quality moments, in Hornchurch again probably feeling really, really aggrieved that they're 2-0 down. I don't think it's a fair reflection on the game, but quality wins you games and wins you points, and indeed wins you titles, actually, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, and those 2 goals are just everything I love about a football team. Just being able to score like the sort of set piece goals when you get in it and get into the mixer, as we call it. Then also be able to score those sort of cutback goals. At last, Paul, we've scored a cutback goal. The amount of times we've had a ball where Young's had it and we've not got the end of it, but there's been 4 fantastic options. We just never, Worthing showed us how to get players in the box in the week. We haven't had that, but Jordan Young, special player, isn't he?
Indeed he is, indeed he is. I still say I was absolutely delighted when Torquay United signed him. I did. When the long throw comes into Torquay United's box, up goes the heads, it's headed away there just about by, I think it was Carson got it away there. Cody Cook, if he can get onto that, but Jordan Young withheld his run. Cody Cook missed his first header, so Young checked, but the ball broke to Cook and Young had stopped. He played it through as another long ball comes out. That's a good one this time, looking for Watson on the right hand side, and Watson just can't keep it in. Sam, if I was being, I hope we're not coming across to Hornchurch fans as being patronising, whatever, because I genuinely believe it 2-0 is an unfair reflection on this game, to be perfectly honest. I know it's easy to be magnanimous in victory, but I genuinely believe that. But as I said, when you have got players like Jordan Young in the team who can score, or on this occasion assist, with the quality that he can, he just changes games, doesn't he? And as I said, I think Hornchurch will be a little bit perplexed as to how they're going two behind, especially missing a penalty as well. But let's see how they react. Their league campaign so far suggests that they won't let their heads drop too much. But we shall see as a drop ball goes in, as a referee got in the way of a pass there. We have got 3.5 minutes roughly to half time here. I know we've been joined by some listeners, but I'm not sure from where. It's the Exeter Chiefs listeners. Welcome along to you guys. We're 2.5 minutes from half time, and the good news is for the Torquay United fans, it's they who are 2-0 up. However, as myself and my colleague Sam Swan were just saying, not convinced that's a fair reflection on the game, as Hornchurch for the first 11 minutes camped in a Torquay United half, but then conceded to a Finlay crash strike after 12 minutes as I just break off his Jordan Thomas a chance. It gets by two players, chance to put a low one across. He does. Can it break a Torquay United way? No, it can't. Cleared by Hornchurch, and now Scannell is going to try and come up the left hand side for Hornchurch. Palmer gets in the road, concedes a throw in. So yeah, after 12 minutes, Finlay Crass got on the end of an Ed Palmer knockdown to put United 1-0 up against the run of play. And then after 30 minutes, another big moment came as a penalty after a foul by Crass was saved by Hammond. Thomas Rate, the culprit for the away side. However, a moment of genuine quality just 6 minutes before the break on 39 minutes gave United a 2-0 lead as Jordan Young broke down the right hand side, put a beautiful ball across to Matt Carson, and from 10 yards a composed, controlled left foot shot into the net to put the home side 2-0 up. 90 seconds until the break as Cody Cook comes down the left hand side. He takes his time, finds the ever busy Hassani. Hassani has got Crass, one of the goal scorers, behind him. Back to Hassani, back to Crass United, trying to build one last time in this half, but just taking their time now, knocking it about. Back to Sam Dreer in his own half. He comes across to Ed Palmer. This is where the second goal came from, and he finds Jordan Thomas on the touchline down that right hand side, comes back into Jordan Young on the left foot, comes back inside. He finds Matt J, the ex-Exeter City player, back to Ed Palmer. United just stroking the ball about, giving Hornchurch absolutely no chance of even closing them down here. I don't say they're wanting to see the half out, but they won't be too unhappy if they do. There's a good ball by Palmer, finds Hayfield right hand edge of the box. The run comes in to Cody Cook, but Hayfield's cross can't beat the first man. However, with 30 seconds to go, Torquay United will have a corner. Sam, if Hornchurch don't sort that right side out, they're going to take a whipping here.
Yeah, again, you're totally right there, Paul. But again, it's just Dan Hayfield making that run, getting an in-behind run. It's beautiful because we passed it around, and when you score your early goals, which Torquay didn't do enough at the start of the season, you can start to play a bit more sort of luxuriously. But one big thing I've noticed, which I've loved over, and they have been trying it, is that a lot of these crosses are low crosses now when we get to the byline. Get to the byline, low crossing, composure. You know, I think that's the way a lot of football has gone these days, and I'm totally for it, to be honest.
Yeah, there's going to be 2 additional minutes as Jordan Young's corner comes to the back post. It meets the head of Ed Palmer, and it bounces off. Well, eventually his header was blocked and then come back to Palmer and his opponent, but the referee decides that it's going to be a goal kick. 90 seconds.
Good corner though, it's a good corner. Palmer won a header, but it's just got unlucky. But again, we just look dangerous when we go forward now, and that's nice. For a while at times this season, when we've gone forward, I was like, I'm not too sure we're going to go from here. But again, we've got the ball into the byline, and I know that there's 3 or 4 options in the box, and that is something that we've been asking for all season actually. So nice. Sam
Dreer comes out, he wins a header again. If we get the chance second half, I want to have a wee mention about his performance last week, Sam, as again Balanta drops that little bit deeper, puts it out to Watson on the right hand side. Granger, beg your pardon, on the right hand side, back to Balanta. He's dropped that little bit deeper. Now back to Gibbs on the halfway line. He will come across to Phillips, can't Hornchurch in the final 50 seconds of this half build something, but Palmer reads that well, comes out, wins a challenge. Matt J finds Jordan Young. Scannell comes back, good defensive play there by Scannell, but Young keeps possession back to Jordan Thomas, and he will go long again down that right hand side. Cody Cook just about couldn't win the header there, and the ball comes back out to Scannell, and Jordan Thomas then concedes a throw in. I think Jordan Young disappointed that Thomas went for that. It was going through to Palmer, but easy to see when you're looking at it as opposed to facing the other way there. and the throw-in is taken back to Gibbs, and he'll recycle all the way back to Mason Terry, and the Hornchurch goal, his long clearance will look for Watson, who finds himself a little bit of space, but again back to goal now, comes inside to Pegram. Another one of the busy starts, a good ball by Pegram down the right hand side, but unfortunately for him, Greenish couldn't get up. I was quite liking that Pegram actually. I thought he was really good, and the referee does put her whistle to her lips, and she blows for half time, and it's been an action packed first half here at Plainmoor, to be fair. And as we go in at the break, it's Torquay United to Hornchurch 0. But Sam, I think, to be fair to the visitors, I'll say it's not a reflection on the game, but when you've got moments of quality like Jordan Young, they deserve a goal. So I think both sides have done all right, to be honest with you, but I think Hornchurch will feel that the game should be tighter.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by them. Yeah, no, I don't know what to say really. I think just taking a win, that was the most reaction we've had in the first half in a Torquay game. I just feel like it's still a lot to go though. I just feel like if Hornchurch get an early goal, it could completely change. But the penalty save, but the difference is, as you said, Paul, it's the quality in the final third, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where Torquay sometimes come unstuck the last couple of months, but he's just incredible.
Yeah, well, a brief summation of the first half. As I said, Hornchurch started on fire, and after just 4 minutes, a good chance from McQueen was saved by Hammond. But after 12 minutes from a Palmer knockdown, Finlay Crass put the home side in front. Jordan Thomas shot wide from a tight angle 3 minutes later, but then another big moment 15 minutes from the break after a penalty was awarded but saved by Hammond. Matt Carson doubled Torquay United's lead to make it 2-0. We'll be back for full live commentary. United 2, Hornchurch 0.
We've got loads of farmers. Surely we'd be all right here.
We need our farmers, we need them to be producing food, and that's become a more and more difficult industry in recent years.
Weekend breakfast
with Mel Osborne.
All of their friends watching it and me desperately trying to get a glance.
I think there will be a lot of people that can relate to that, just having to get glimpses when they went to somebody else's house.
Saturday and Sunday mornings from 6.
Narky Knickers isn't the only animal you've got with an amusing name, I gather.
Oh my gosh, I got Sassy Knickers.
Sensing a theme.
BBC Radio Devon. BBC Radio Devon.
Sport
with James Vickery.
10-4, half-time in our 3 o'clock games. Let's go around the grounds, find out a little bit more detail about what's been going on. Plymouth Argyle away against Blackburn in the Championship. Let's get a half-time report from Ewood Park from Drew Savage.
Alex, Blackburn Rovers 0, Plymouth Argyle 0. So far so good for Miron Muslich's men, and actually a performance quite reminiscent of the 2-2 draw away at Sunderland, which was also 0-0 at half-time. There's not been a lot in this game. Argyle have battered well, defended well, been resolute, been well structured. Blackburn started the better. They had a great headed chance in a 6-yard box from Tyree Stolen on 2 minutes, which was fortunately for Argyle headed pretty much straight at Connor Hazard. That was a wasted opportunity, and Blackburn will really be wishing that they'd taken that, because since then they've struggled to create anything of note. Argyle have just dropped into their defensive structure. They've closed people down well, they've cleared the ball, they've headed well. They haven't offered too much going forward. There was one Mustafa Bundu header that was well saved by Ainsley Pears, didn't really test the Blackburn goalie. The only negative note really to report from his first half, Ryan Hardy went off with what looked like a back injury on 18 minutes, was replaced by Michael Baidoo. But apart from that, Argyle very much well in this game against the side who are, of course, started the day 5th in the table. So half-time, Blackburn 0, Plymouth Argyle 0.
Thank you, Drew. Drew Savage reporting for Plymouth Argyle away against Blackburn in the Championship. 0-0 there at Ewood Park. Let's go to South Devon next, to the Bay. Torquay United at home against Hornchurch. Torquay ahead in this one, but Hornchurch giving it a real good go, Paul Mulhern.
I would agree with that, James, absolutely. I think Hornchurch have come here and acquitted themselves really well, and I know sometimes it's easy to be magnanimous when the team that you're sort of here to represent are winning, but I genuinely believe that Hornchurch will go in there wondering how they're not just 2 behind, but behind at all. For the first 11 minutes or so, James, they were virtually camped in Torquay United's half. The best chance came after 4 minutes as McQueen found space from a tight angle, but his shot was saved by Hammond, and then after 11 minutes he miskicked from about 10 yards out when he should have put his side in front, and did they pay for that. Torquay United got a free kick just on the halfway line or just near it. The ball was dinked up. Ed Palmer rose, nodded it down, and an unmarked Finlay Crash from 10 yards. Well, I say unmarked, they found space and lashed it into the top corner, and that completely changed how the the game went. 4 minutes later, a Jordan Thomas shot from a tight angle didn't beat the keeper, and after half an hour, though, after Hornchurch had worked their way back into it, they were awarded a penalty. Myself and my colleague Sam Swan thought it was a fair award for the penalty. However, Captain Thomas Ray didn't really compose himself too well, and his shot was saved by James Hammond and eventually cleared by Torquay, but kudos to the Torquay keeper. And if that wasn't bad enough for the away side, 6 minutes from the break, a brilliant goal for Torquay United as a brilliant move down the right hand side, found Dan Hayfield passing it into Jordan Young. He broke into the right hand edge of the box, kept his composure, looked up, seen the on-rushing Matt Carson, played a beautiful left foot shot across to Matt Carson, and with again great composure, Carson put it into the net from about 10 yards out to put Torquay United 2-0 up. As I said, I'm not sure it's a fair reflection on the game, James, but Torquay won't care. And on the day that we're honouring Tony Beddoe here, the Torquay United team have done him proud. Half-time at Plainmoor, Torquay United 2, Hornchurch 0.
Thank you, Paul. Yeah, many memories of the great Tony Beddoe, who died earlier this week at the age of 45. It is 5-4. This is BBC Radio Devon Sport. Let's take a look at what's going on around the country in terms of the latest scores then. And in the Premier League, Arsenal, well, they beat Leicester City even. I'm not American. 2-0 at the King Power Stadium earlier today. Half-time, Aston Villa 0, Ipswich Town 0, Fulham 1, Nottingham Forest 1 at the break at Craven Cottage. Manchester City lead Newcastle United by 3-0. And in the big South Coast derby this afternoon, AFC Bournemouth 2-0 up away against Southampton. West Ham United 0, Brentford 1 is the half-time score there in London. Crystal Palace against Everton still to come. In the Championship today, Cardiff 1, Bristol City 1. That was full time in South Wales. This big seven-side derby there today. Oxford have lost at home 2-0 against Portsmouth at the Kassam Stadium, and Preston 0, Burnley 0 at full time. At half time, Argyle 0-0 away against Blackburn Rovers. Good first half performance from the Greens. Hull City 1, Norwich City 0. Luton against Sheffield United, no goals there at Kenilworth Road. Middlesbrough 0, Watford 1, Millwall 1, West Bromwich Albion 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Coventry City 1, and Stoke City 0, Swansea City 0. In League One, big win for Exeter City, 1-0 away against Cambridge United, doing their survival hopes all sorts of good today. Northampton losing at home against Wrexham in the other lunchtime game. In the 3 o'clock kickoffs, Barnsley 1, Huddersfield Town 0 in the big local derby there as South Yorkshire take on West Yorkshire. Birmingham City 1, Charlton Athletic 0, Blackpool 1, Mansfield 2, Bristol Rovers 1, Burton Albion 0, Crawley 1, Wickham 1, Leyton Orient 2, Lincoln City 1, Reading 1, Rotherham 0, Shrewsbury 1, Bolton Wanderers 0, Stevenage 0, Peterborough United 0, Wigan Athletic 0, Stockport County 0. Right, those are the key games to tell you about. National League South, very quickly, Averley 1, Weston-super-Mare 0, Bath City against St Albans City is goalless, as is Boreham Wood against Eastbourne Borough. Chesham United 0, Enfield Town 2, Farnborough 1, Weymouth 0, Hampton and Richmond 1, Chippenham 2, Hemel Hempstead Town 0, Maidstone 0, Salisbury 0, Chelmsford 2, Slough 3, Worthing 0, Tonbridge Angels 0, Truro City 1, Torquay 2-0 up at home against Hornchurch, and Welling 0, Dorking 1. And let's get a half-time report on our big rugby game today in the 3 o'clock kickoff. It is Exeter Chiefs at home against Gloucester in the Premiership Cup. What's been going on, Nigel Warrand?
Yeah, well, the fact the coaches are back in their seats ready for the second half quicker than ever I've seen before probably says all you need to know about what was said in the dressing room at half-time after an awful first half performance by the Exeter Chiefs. They've got a very strong side out against a very youthful Gloucester team, and they're trailing by 12 points to 7 at the break, and deservedly so. They got off to a great start with a try by Stu Townsend off a 5-metre line out. He cut a lovely line to the whitewash, and that was converted by Will Hayden Wood, but they then rather lost their way, and Gloucester showed some lovely handling in their back division, scoring 2 tries off set pieces. The first was a line out, lovely hands putting in winger Lewis Hillman Cooper for a try, converted by Charlie Atkinson, and then a scrum saw another move down the left touchline. There was a missed tackle by Joe Hawkins and a good pass by the fullback Jake Morris, putting the impressive winger Jack Cockgreave in for a score. Atkinson saw his conversion hit the upright, night. But Exeter did have chances, but they butchered 2 or 3 with needless errors, and they need a massive improvement in this second half. Half-time score, Exeter 7, Gloucester 12.
Thank you, Nigel. And if you want to listen to continued coverage of that game then this afternoon, it is live on BBC Radio Devon, Exeter and East Devon 95.8 FM, Freeview Channel 712 and the BBC Sport website as well. To our non-league football today, we sort of struggled to find a game that was on at times this afternoon, but we've made it to Exmouth, who are at home this afternoon against Bashley. Half-time report from Peter Smith.
Half-time at Southern Road, it's Exmouth Town 2, Bashley 0. Exmouth dominated possession with early efforts from Luke Steer and Ollie Knowles before Tom Bath opened the scoring with a shot from outside the box on 17 minutes. They were 2-0 up on 25. Luke Steer's cross on the left-hand side was handled. Bath blasted the penalty to the keeper's right, though he did get a hand to it, but the shot was too powerful. Exmouth thought they should have had another penalty when Ben Steer was tripped off the ball going for it, but not given. Joe Belston was booked for his protest, one of 5 yellow cards in a competitive first half. In fact, Bashley's Don Walster picked up 2 yellows late in the first half of fouls, so he was red carded. Bashley's claims for penalty for handball in the Exmouth box were waved away. Exmouth have a 2-goal lead, plus a 1-man advantage at the end of this first half. Exmouth Town 2, Bashley 0.
OK, Peter, thank you very much. That's what's happening there. Our lunchtime game, 12:30 today. Much needed home away win for Exeter City. Much needed 3 points for the Grecians, who have beaten fellow strugglers Cambridge at the Abbey Stadium by 1-0. Josh McGuinness with his 4th goal in his last 3 games for City. The difference between the two sides. Let's hear from him now.
Josh, the winless streak is finally over. You must be absolutely delighted, thrilled.
Yeah, massively. I think it's the same before the previous interview. It wasn't sort of when, if but when these types of performances were going to come. I think we showed it in the FA Cup. We had nothing to lose in the FA Cup, obviously, but our bread and butter is the league, and to be able to come away and do it in the league is massive.
Yeah, absolutely huge. And you've taken that FA Cup form yourself into the league. That's 4 in 3 now. Obviously 2 against Forest in the week and 2 in a row in League One as well. You must be delighted to have taken that form into League One.
I am, of course. Listen, I always believe, obviously, first and foremost in myself. I'm very blessed, thank God. But my teammates around me, that they'll always produce chances for me. And it's just up for me to be in the right place at the right times. And recently that's been the case. I like to think I bring a lot more to the game than just goals, but obviously strikers will always be judged on their goals. But it's just nice to hit the new year running, and long may it continue.
Not an easy finish either, that headed opportunity. Had to somehow find a way to get it into the back of the net. You did it though. Decent goal as well.
No, it was. Listen, headers are our bread and butter. On the opposite side, lofty as well, with big number 9s. Crosses in the box is what we thrive on, so I managed to get enough pace on it. The ball was hitting from Caleb was unbelievable. I just need to make sure I hit the target from where the goalkeeper was. I knew he wasn't going to be able to get back across, and thank God it went in.
And am I right in saying that you did all of that with a little FA Cup badge on your...
Yeah, the gaffer's laughing, obviously, being the top goal scorer in the FA Cup, so our kit woman stitched the badge off my FA Cup jersey and the inside of the captain's armband. The gaffer said, "You're going to score today," and it did. So whether it's coincidence or divine right, you don't know, but it'll be staying for me. Yeah.
And I suppose, difficult question, but after quite a long scoreless run from yourself, to score so many in quick succession must do your confidence a world of good.
No, massively. Listen, I said that. Listen, the type of striker I am, there's a lot more to my game than just scoring goals. Obviously, scoring goals is my job as a striker, but I can't get wrapped up whether I score or I don't score, first and foremost, because if I do, it takes away from everything else I'm trying to do in the game. So, to be able to score and produce performances for my team, it's absolutely fantastic. And this is football. Anything that can happen will happen. You go from situations where you don't score for ages to scoring a plethora of goals in a short amount of time. It's just about always being ready. I do my work in training. I look after myself. So when those opportunities do come, there's no excuses. If it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in. If it does, brilliant, we move on. But it's just about staying level-headed, having discipline, and I'm reaping the rewards so far.
And OK, that's the Exeter City striker Josh McGuinness on the score sheet today. City 1-0 winners away against Cambridge United, their first win since Boxing Day. Right, if you're listening, BBC Radio Devon, DAB Digital Radio, Plymouth and West Devon 95.7 FM. We can take you back to Ewood Park for Blackburn Rovers against Plymouth Argyle with David Norris and Drew Savage. And also this afternoon, Torquay United at home against Hornchurch in National League South. We can go back to Plainmoor now. This is across Devon on 103.4 FM on BBC Sounds and the BBC Sport website. Let's go back to Sam Swan and Paul Mulhern.
And again, excellent timing, James. You just join us as both teams are coming out of the tunnel. We are a little bit behind here. Obviously, the pre-match celebration and mourning of Tony Beddoe taking that little bit of time, so we are running just a little bit late here, but for reasons that nobody would ever complain about. And after a first half where Hornchurch started particularly well, then conceded a goal, Torquay took over and then managed to not only save the penalty and also got doubled their lead. So it is Torquay United 2, Hornchurch now. I'm just sorry stumbling there a bit because substitute Ryan Scott is going to come on for Hornchurch. I don't yet know who he's replaced. It will be for
Phillips. Yes, to change in defence.
Phillips is indeed, yeah. They're going 3 at the back. Looks like it. Looks like it, Sam. Yeah, so off comes number 3 Phillips, on comes number 6 Ryan Scott.
Well, first 10-15 minutes, first 10-15 minutes is crucial because Hornchurch, as we said, definitely one of the key. They've taken a game to Torquay, really did,
yep.
but it's been a different game to what we're not used to actually. Usually Torquay have all the ball and then finally find the sort of quality, but actually Torquay haven't had loads of the ball but have shown all the quality in the first half.
Absolutely, Sam. Well, I will go through both sides in a minute. Hornchurch have clearly went to a 3 at the back. It's going to be a back 3 of number 2 Nathan Bertram Cooper, number 6 Ryan Scott, and over there number 5 Harry Gibbs. So just give us a second, we will work that out for you, but they have definitely went to a back 3. Obviously their manager Darryl McMahon, a name again, as I said, not exactly unknown at these levels, Sam. He's decided that things weren't working well enough.
Well, we said about that right hand side, didn't we? That we're getting a lot of pleasure.
Well, the ball goes all the way through there, and Ryan Scott's first action is to smash the ball off of Cody Cook. Cody Cook goes down. It's completely accidental. Everything was absolutely fair there, but just let me run through both sides for you. Torquay United made 2 changes from the Worthing game, and they started with James Hammond in goal. A back 3 right to left of Palmer, Dreer and Krask, who's been highly involved in this game. Jordan Thomas on the right, Matt Carson on the left, also highly involved. Dan Hayfield and Hassani, the deeper sitting midfield too, although both of them have broke forward at times, with Young, Jay and Cook as a front 3, rotating Cody Cook the spearhead mainly, but Young and Jay rotating where they want to go. The visitors did start off in a 4-4-2 formation with Terry in goal, Phillips, Gibbs, Bertram Cooper and Greenidge, while the 4 defenders Scannell, Pegram, Rate, and Weston in midfield with Balanta and McQueen up front. But since half time they have went to a 3 at the back, as off comes natural left back Phillips, on comes centre half Ryan Scott, and I said myself and Sam will try and work out who's going where, but it looks like they've almost went off the ball. 3-4-3, Sam, would you say?
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be, well, actually 3. Can't really work it out at the moment, as Cody Cook's probably getting the blood wiped off his nose. There is no play here. A slow slap to the half, as it were. It's the referee's just going to drop the ball. As I said, we will try and work out the formation there, but I've got a feeling it's going to be like a 3-4-3 or a 3-4-1-2 or something for them, Sam. If we can work it out, we shall let you know. We are back underway here, and it will be goalkeeper Mason Terry to go long, which he does, into the Torquay United half. Dreer should win that in front of McQueen all day, every day, which he does. Heads it back into the Hornchurch half. Another long diagonal ball, this time looking to go up over Carson. It's Watson trying to get in behind Carson there, but Carson isn't letting that go, and now Carson takes it off the face but stays on his feet. Watson has it. He has got Pegram, just behind him, who he finds. Pegram dinks that into Balanta on the edge of the box. put back out to Watson on the right hand side, but he takes his time. He's trying to come back on the left foot. He does come back on the left foot. His cross is blocked, and Torquay United will not clear that there. It's actually going to break to Hornchurch on the edge of the box. Good shot there by Pegram, and Hammond gets down to his right hand side. 3.5 of the second half. Hornchurch asking questions already. Good save by Hammond, Sam.
It was a very smart stop. The shot is hit well and low. You'd expect Hammond to save it, but again, and he's powered out for a corner and not just put it back into danger as well. So yeah, no, Hornchurch starting like they start in the first half, really. Torquay have got to be with it. Make sure we don't concede in the first 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
In the first 10 minutes.
Here comes the corner, but Dan Hayfield will head that away easily. It comes to Pegram on the edge of the box. Torquay claiming he's handled that to control it. Referee was behind him, so couldn't really tell. United get it out, but still a lot of Hornchurch players up there. Another long ball. Hassani tries to dink that, and does dink that very well actually to Jordan Young, but rather than bringing it down, he's trying to find Matt Jay, gave him no chance. And Hornchurch down the right hand side here. United playing in their yellow tops with the blue hoops around it. Hornchurch in a red and white striped shirt, red shorts and red socks, heading towards the away end as it were now. And here comes Jordan Young looking to break for Torquay United. Jordan Thomas offers him some support down the right channel, but Young takes his time. Dan Hayfield now, who he finds, gives it back to Jordan Young. He's got Hassani just across from him, who he finds Matt Jay. Well, that ball's fired at him, and now a chance again here. It's Balanta looking for the run of McQueen, but McQueen went too early, so Balanta holds on and does well to get it out to Watson on this right hand side. So 3-1. Looks like number 15 Greenidge has actually went into a holding midfield position actually, Sam, for them as the ball comes through. So yeah,
that's interesting to make a change so early into the first half. You might as well just done it at half time really. So maybe it's to combat the tactical change that Hornchurch have done, but Threlka will be coming on. We don't know who for at the moment, but
if I can try and quickly just for the Hornchurch listeners, it's 3 at the back. Greenidge, it's 3-1-4-2 I think it is, if anything, Sam.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be Ballant and McQueen up front. We've got Watson on the right midfield, Pegram right centre midfield, Raitt left centre midfield. As the ball comes forward, Carson heads that away. Hayfield knocks it on. I said Greenidge is going to sit in a defensive midfield role, and Scannell of course is a left midfielder as a long ball comes forward, but Sam Dreyer does well there. A good takedown in truth by Balanta, but Dreyer kept his composure. Matt Jay, that's nice from Matt Jay, and Hassani, he now gives it to Dan Hayfield. If he can get it to Thomas, United got on the front foot into the Hornchurch half. Good play there by Torquay United, but Thomas slows it down a little bit. Hayfield again offers support down the right hand side. Hassani will try and find him with a beautiful ball there, but good covering there to be fair by Harry Gibbs, right deep into his own corner line, but he gets it away. McQueen does well, but forced back towards his own goal, and eventually the long ball will allow Sam Dreyer to clear in front of Scannell, and Hornchurch have a throw in. Torquay has shown some nice little touches at the moment, isn't it, as we're about to see a change for Torquay actually. Dan Hayfield will be coming off and Oscar Threlkeld, and I think that's more a defensive minded substitution, Sam.
Yeah, no, that is an interesting one actually. I thought it might be to do with the sort of, it has to be to react to their tactical switch.
I think it is, Sam, without a doubt. I think it is.
Deep line midfielder, whereas Hayfield's box to box. But it can't be any other sort of thing. It doesn't look injured at all, because else we would have done it at half time, surely. So,
well, as I said, apologies again to Hornchurch fans. I'm not familiar with your manager's tactical switches in games, but I think they have went to a 3-1-4-2, and as you said, Sam, they're obviously the idea of that's to get more impetus on the front foot, and I think Threlkeld sitting in there to mop up anything that comes towards Ballant and McQueen will be the mindset there of Paul Wotton, as again it is the away side coming forward, and Threlkeld gets a toe in and does exactly what I suggested he would there, just mop up, finds Cody Cook. Now Matt Jay goes a long diagonal ball, I beg your pardon, it wasn't Matt Jay, it was Hassani with a long diagonal ball looking for Matt Jay. That wasn't even him either, was it? It was Threlkeld. Well, Sam, as here comes Watson down the right hand side. Well, after a fantastic week for the Pilgrims. I will come back to that in a second. Here comes Pegram again. He plays it, look at the left hand side. Good read by Jordan Thomas. Can he find the right pass? He can to Jordan Young. Blackburn 1, Plymouth 0. The latest score after a great week for Argyle. Matt Jay now on this left hand side comes inside, but again I don't think he could see the player there right behind the referee. He just appeared from nowhere, and the long ball will go through to the head of Ed Palmer and headed on to James Hammond. Back to Palmer. Blackburn Rovers 1, Plymouth Argyle 0. It's been a great week for Plymouth Argyle, Sam, is it not? Well, up until today anyway.
Yeah, they've given themselves a fighting chance and they've done really well.
I think they're playing Luton midweek, is it?
Yeah,
midweek, yeah, that's a huge one, isn't it?
And of course the FA Cup game, it's not where
well, Torquay United about to make their second substitution as well, and it will be the fans' favourite Omar Musa about to join us.
Sam's favourite.
Sam's favourite, do you say?
Yeah, Sam's favourite, fans' favourite, Omar Musa. Really, I like that from Paul Watton though. He's just quick to make changes, isn't he?
I genuinely think Paul Watton's a manager whose managerial skills, for want of a better word, have been a pretty much untalked about thing here. Yeah. I think he's a very clever manager, and I will be honest, Sam.
Modern manager.
Absolutely, he's really surprised me. Really surprised me. I didn't expect him to be anywhere near the level he is. I'm sorry to be rude to pause a good ball. Look for Jordan Thomas. Can he find Jordan Young? It's a terrible cross in there. Carson might keep this alive though. Carson does keep it alive down the left hand side. We'll come back to that ball from Thomas in a minute. Matt Jay trying a little give and go and not too much working for Matt Jay. Jordan Thomas, what is he doing there? It was a 6-8 yard pass. Jordan Young about to be replaced by Musa. That's a blow, but Jordan Thomas has to play Young in there, and that would have been game over, I think. Sam, yeah, terrible from Thomas.
It was lovely. Thomas has done everything right. He's done all the hard stuff. Just had to put any sort of decent ball in, and that was an easy tackle. But
he just had to pass it, but for some bizarre reason he's went for a cross, a long goal. So 55 minutes gone here, playing more. Paul Watton goes to the bench again. Off comes Jordan Young. I think that would be more of a fitness thing, especially
it's a sports sciences thing, isn't it? Where they play a lot of minutes, so probably near their red zone, as they call it.
Yeah.
They probably just said, right, you've probably got 50-55 minutes on Hayfield, and you're on 60 if you're not winning. So when you're 2-0 up, you've got luxury.
And on comes, and immediately his first touch is the man known about these parts as the Moose. He's had a good week as well. Talking of people and teams that have had a good week, he got a goal here last week, a composed finish, and then of course made a good substitute appearance midweek as here comes Threlkeld Dinks looking for Matt Jay. Can he get his shot away? I beg your pardon, he can. It was a weak shot, but it took a deflection, and Torquay United have a corner down their left hand side.
It was lovely measured play by the two substitutes, Musa and Threlkeld. Matt Jay and Thomas is in so much space. I don't blame an attacking player for having a shot from there. He just didn't quite get it right, but luckily the defender blocked it for a corner, which Musa will take.
From the left hand side, it will be the right foot of Musa. Torquay United have got 6-7 in the box. Threlkeld at the edge, it's a low one, it's a poor one in truth from Musa. We'll put that down to not been warmed up properly, Sam, or a bit rusty for this game. That was terrible, but
that was terrible.
Hassani. But going back to that Jordan Thomas one on us, Carson doesn't go back to Hammond, he decides to find Palmer. Good little turn by Palmer, driving forward. Can he get in a shooting position? Palmer heading to the edge of the box, goes past his man again. Good defending though there, to be fair, strong defending by Gibbs, but Palmer's got it back. He's now got Musa in support. Musa on the right hand edge, forced out towards the touchline by the pop side. He looks for Palmer, they've given it away, and now a chance for Hornchurch to break. It's Rates long ball looking for the run of Balanta down the right hand side. I thought he was offside, he's not. He's coming up to the right hand edge of the box. United need to be on their guard. Back to Pegram on the edge of the box, looking to fashion a shooting chance. Back out to Balanta. Low ball comes across, it hits Hassani though, and Torquay United find Matt Jay. Jay though turns back into trouble for some bizarre reason there. Not really sure what he was doing. He's giving it away to Balanta on the edge of the box. Can Balanta get the shot away? Can. It's a yard wide. What is Matt Jay doing there, Sam? Why did he go into his own box? And it's actually a corner to Hornchurch. I didn't see the deflection.
That was really bizarre. It was really well defended by Torquay, by Hassani. Carson's played it into Matt Jay, and then
he's on the edge of the box facing towards the way he wants to attack, and turns back into his own box under no pressure. It's real strange.
Awful clearance, it's gone straight to Hornchurch.
Exactly.
Luckily, I'm not too sure who blocked it, but took it away from the goal.
It's going to be Miles Weston. Sorry, I think I've been calling him Watson again. Miles Weston. Down the left hand side with the left foot corner. Here it comes into the Torquay box. Up goes it heads. It's a Hornchurch head it gets on the end of it. It nearly broke to them in the box, and Musa eventually gets it clear, and now Matt Jay's up against one man, but that one man is the favourite, and that man is Will Greenidge. And again, Scannell now will try to come forward. Coming up to the left hand edge of the box for Hornchurch. He's got support from Weston on the left hand side. His ball into the box, headed away by Hassani. Strangely won quite a few headers for Torquay today. Hassani has in a defensive position, fair play to him. Back outside to Scannell on the left hand side. He's going to try and get the ball into the box. It's a low one, it will find McQueen, but he's forced back out the box, but he's looking to try and turn and get a ball in. It comes back to Greenidge, comes over here again to Pegram. We've already seen he can shoot from distance, but he comes back, dinked forward now. Up goes the heads of Ed Palmer. He gets it just about clear. Hassani again wins a header. What's going on here with him? Now Matt Jay's got it, finds Mark Carson, but again they give it away, and here comes a good tackle there though by Krask. He's getting sick of all this dithering in the Torquay defence, and the ball now still is with Hornchurch though, as again Thomas Raitt plays it out to the left hand side where Scannell will find possession. He's up against Jordan Thomas. Thomas trying to show him down the line. He does show him down the line, but he lets the ball still come in. He needs to do a little bit better there, Thomas, in my opinion, and that's going to be a free kick in a very, very dangerous position for Hornchurch, as it's deemed a little nudge on, I think it was Pegram there, and it's a free kick to Hornchurch, 22 yards from goal, about a yard or two to the left of the centre, the penalty spot. Huge chance for the visitors here, Sam, after an hour.
Big moment this. I thought Matt Jay actually used his body quite well, but it's deemed to be illegal by the referee. So
yeah, I thought that was soft, to be honest with you. But
very soft.
I don't know what Torquay are doing. It's almost like they've decided they're going to start playing out from the back when they've got 8 players in front of them. I don't know why they're doing it, but some of the people over the ball I can see. Miles Weston is one of them. I can't see the other two with their numbers. I think one's Pegram, although I think he's more left-footed. Again, I can't see his number, but what I do know is that Torquay are under pressure. 60 on the clock here. Here comes the free kick. It's going to be Weston, but it's too high, and the Torquay United fans give the ironic cheer, but truthfully they're actually quite relieved, Sam, because that's a big chance for the visitors at least to get a shot on goal.
So frustrated if you're a Hornchurch fan listening or watching. You know, your team's done brilliantly, but just at crucial moments like that just lack the quality. So yeah, it just never, you got it over the wall, but you forgot about the bit we've got to start get it back down, and it just was always going into the stand behind the goal. So another for Torquay coming up as well. Will Jenkins-Davies is going to be coming on in a bit. But yeah, Torquay just need to not ride the storm so much, but just get a bit of the ball again. To be honest, we've just been allowing. I mean, Hornchurch have also pressed really well when we have had the ball to try, you know, and let's not point that out. Hornchurch are pressing a very well-structured team.
Absolutely, Sam. I've actually been reasonably impressed with them, and here they come again. As here comes Pegram on the front foot, little dink in the box. It's going to fall to Balanta. He tries to get it across. Good closing down by Krask, and then Balanta, linesman. Well, what are you seeing there, linesman, that we are not, Sam? That looked clearly out from here, but linesman says no. And Torquay United win a throw in. I think Krask is having a word with the linesman, sort of saying, you know, well, here's another substitution for Torquay, and this time it's Matt Jay coming off, and truthfully, Sam, I don't think he's contributed much at all today, and it will be the return of Will Jenkins-Davies. So Torquay are going to stiffen up, shall we say, in midfield.
Yeah, he's shown a few quality, but moments of quality, but
he's shown a few moments of not as well, to be honest with you. But
he overcomplicating things a little bit. I think at times is desperate to show that he is a player that should be a standard above this sort of standard. If that makes sense.
It does. I actually think that's exactly what he's
trying to show off a little bit. Just you're National League South now. You know, I'm not saying he's too big for the league or he's saying like that. I think he's just trying to do a little bit too much.
Used to playing with a better standard. To be honest, Sam, that's not insulting him or this league. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
It's but here it is. Scannell on the left hand side is again Hornchurch. If they get the next goal, the atmosphere around this ground will change spectacularly, I feel, as Cody Cook tries to hold off his man, in this case substitute Ryan Scott, but Scott gets the better of him, and now Jordan Thomas dinks it forward. Musa, that's good control from Musa. Can he get his team on the front foot? No, he can't. It's going to break to Balanta, 25 yards from goal. He can't find a shooting space. Good closing down there by Krask in particular, and Threlkeld showing why he's been brought on as well, just blocking off any space. Pegram, that's a good little give and go. Here Weston tries to get it across, but he can't. It hits off, I think it was Krask there again, but again Hornchurch absolutely camped in Torquay United's half, and eventually the header comes in from, I think, McQueen, goes by for a goal kick, but Paul Wotton needs to do something here, so.
Hammond is fuming at Matt Carson for letting that cross in.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
That was a free header at the back post. They had 2 players, so there is some tactical switch going on. There was 2 players free at the back post, and luckily from a Torquay perspective, they've made absolutely no contact, basically.
I think that's what Mike's saying to them there, Sam. There's two of them there. Why are you letting that happen? But
have we gone to a back? No, it's still back 5. It just looked from that goal kick, we looked a bit flat in the 4.
Yeah,
but actually no, it's still back 5.
As Musa dinks it, Cody Cook's going to get it. He dinks it out now. Jordan Thomas coming forward down the right hand side. United just need a little bit of possession. Here comes Threlkeld, 30 yards from goal. He dinks it in, but it's going to be easily cleared there by substitute Ryan Scott. Palmer wins his clearance, but again it breaks a Hornchurch way. Palmer comes rushing out of defence. He's not given a free kick as Scannell has advantage down the left hand side, or she's not given a free kick, should I say. And then Palmer gets back and knocks out.
Really solid game Palmer's had at the back. We all have, to be honest.
Probably one of the ones that surprised me the most, Sam, actually. I know he played for Truro and I watched him last season and he played really well here, but he was a player who I thought would have won good game and 4 not so good. I think he's been a really, really astute signing for Torquay, actually, so far.
Short time, that's exactly what we needed.
And the humble pie I've been eating this season, Sam, explains my waistline, to be honest with you, actually. It's the Torquay have done far better than I thought, but here comes a throw in. But now a chance for Will Jenkins-Davis now, if that can break for Torquay, and Cody Cook, he gets a header for Hassani. In my opinion, Sam, Hassani's the good game, and as soon as I say that, he gives it away, and Weston will come charging down the right hand side. Here comes Weston trying to get the cross in, but Carson and Hassani looking to atone for his mistake. Comes back to Pegram, but here's now a chance again, but Omar Musa getting the tackle in there, and surely not. What is that free kick for, Sam? Musa got the tackle in, the player stood on the ball, he went over, Musa sent over. What is that for? But it's another dangerous free kick from the visitors. 65 minutes gone here. You're listening to BBC Radio Devon Sport. Good afternoon, thank you for joining us, and welcome along to any Hornchurch fans. Your team are losing 2-0, but truthfully myself and my colleague Sam Swan at the moment are wondering how that's exactly happening.
Would you argue, since they've changed their shape at half time, that we have had no space to do anything on the ball? Every time we seem to break, they've completely taken our wing back out and we just lose it. We just turn in on ourselves and lose it. So I do think maybe a switch to a 4, just have some wingers and more options there would help Torquay a little bit.
3 substitutes already made though, Sam, so it's Weston and Pegram in space, but Weston, is he going to actually try a shot on goal here? No, he dinks it towards the back post, up goes it heads. It's the header, Cody Cook, it clears it. Good play by Cody Cook. It only breaks to Scannell though. His cross comes in, Hammond decides not to come for that. It'll break to the back post to Weston. He's going to try and get it back across, but Carson does well to come out, and Hornchurch after 66 down their right hand side, heading towards the Barbican end, have a corner kick. The Torquay fans getting behind their side, they know they need some help. Short corner taken by Weston to McQueen. Weston's left foot dinks the ball in. Sam Dreyer gets a good header away. Now can Musa bring this down? First time he's let it bounce, and he's just played it forward to relieve the pressure on Torquay, and Hornchurch have a throw in on the left hand side.
Been in their half in about 5-10 minutes, isn't it?
To be honest with you, it's like normally it's a tennis match when you watch it. There's going to be another substitute. It's going to be another Hornchurch substitute. Just should have mentioned actually for Hornchurch fans, you actually only have 4 on the bench today. George Saunders is about to appear, and Dean Moxey. Well, this answers a question I'm going to come to in a minute, Sam, about this league. This is Torquay's 4th separate substitution. I thought the rule was 3 at a time, but it's obviously changed, so that's answered my question.
On their first day of the season, didn't we use 4 or 5 separate ones?
Well, yeah.
In the Premier League, you have 5 subs, but you can only have 3 stoppages.
There was one week Dave and I were doing a commentary here, and I said to him, well, Weston goes off. I'm really, really surprised at that, to be honest with you. But he will be replaced by Saunders.
So Carson's coming off. Has to be a back 4 then, surely. Moxey left back.
See, people say you've not got a clue what you're talking about, Sam. Or well, we've not got a clue what we're talking about. Let's see if this does facilitate a change. I'm not sure Moxey will go on as a conventional.
Will he still be a left wing back?
Left wing back, we shall see.
Carson's done alright, he's faded in the second half though. Yep. Quite a lot of back players, to be fair. Still looks like a back. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at go. Still looks like a back 5 at the moment.
Unless Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think you're right, Sam, it does. So you don't know what you're talking about. Welcome to my world. As Omar Musa comes forward again. That's a dink little ball looking for Cook, but completely outnumbered.
But Moxie would be more defensive than Carson, surely.
Yeah. Well, here comes Dean Moxie charging out.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, somebody made a point to me earlier on today, Sam. He says, I was talking to him about Tony Beddoe, and again, for any of his family or friends, and of course all the United fans listening, the heartbreak is, we just can't put a number on it, so to speak. But somebody said to me, I was mentioning Dean Moxie, and he says, here's the irony, Paul, and here's the bit that probably cuts the deepest. Dean Moxie's only about 5-6 years younger than Tony Beddoe, like, you know. It's
ridiculous.
Like, and when they said it to me, I went, even though I know the arithmetic of it, I thought, well, you know, it's one of them. But we now have just over 21 minutes to go here at Plainmoor on BBC Radio Devon Sport. Plymouth Argyle's recent resurgence looks to be coming to an end as it stands, as they are currently 1-0 down to Blackburn. I think the goal scorer for them is not only an ex-Argyle player, but it's his first goal in 9 years, so how's your luck there today, Plymouth, unfortunately. And here at Plainmoor, in front of another pretty decent crowd, it is Torquay United 2, Hornchurch 0, but in my opinion, I think Hornchurch have acquitted themselves really, really well here, and now here comes substitute George Saunders, forced back inside to Pegram, back out there, but Hassani tries to get in, trips over the ball. Balanta now finds Saunders right hand side. It's a low one by Saunders. Krask does well defensively. Jenkins Davis dinks it forward. Cody Cook does bring it down, but can he keep control of the ball? Yes, he can. Well played, Cody Cook. Dinks it looking for Musa, but Musa up there on his own, and another substitute, Ryan Scott, will recycle the ball over to Gibbs over there. Excuse me, Harry Gibbs, and again Hornchurch will look to build just inside the half here, down this right hand side, long diagonal ball. Jordan Thomas just needs to shepherd that back to the keeper. He does, and James Hammond's clearance will allow Cody Cook to challenge Scott, but Scott wins that easily, and now Jordan Thomas has it, and United need to take this thing out at that again.
Scrappy, which suits Torquay really.
Yeah, it does at the moment. Again, Cody Cook now. Will Jenkins Davis gets in, not given a free kick. He's driving into the Hornchurch half down the left channel, comes back inside on the right foot, but he immediately surrounded Pegram, watching him there. Jenkins Davis need to be a little bit sharper there.
Really poor in the final third, when about the 5 times we have got into their half.
Yeah,
really poor.
Well, I think Jenkins Davis realised that he couldn't see it, and in front of him tried to hold it up and come back inside, but basically 3 players breathing down his neck. But Jenkins Davis just returning from injury. It sounds like we're being a pair of moaning so-and-sos today, Sam, but
it's a bit concerned.
well, truthfully though, we have to be fair here as well, and as I said, Hornchurch, I think, as I said, I'm going to be honest with you, I think they're one of the better teams I've seen here at Plainmoor this season, Sam, but I know some of their fans might be sitting saying it's easy to be magnanimous when the home side's in front or whatever, but I think it's a fair shout. And again, Torquay United have 20 minutes or so to either find another goal or hold on to this one, as Threlkel goes down the right channel looking to get into the box for Torquay United. He slows it down, he's got Thomas inside him and a little bit of space. Hassani's to the left of him, nice little give and go. Thomas chance to finish it, and I think that's tipped over the bar. Good save there by Mason Terry, well tipped over the bar. I'm not convinced it was going to be on target, Sam, but I think the credit has to go to the keeper. Nice little give and go between Thomas and Musa. Thomas finds space in the box, 15 yards, right foot shot, tipped over the bar, corner Torquay United.
It was a lovely move. I think Musa and Thomas combined, and it's similar to the first half when Thomas had a similar shot, and I think he's done everything right. It might have been going to hit the bar, I'm not too sure, but the keeper has just sort of put has tipped it over. But
again, Sam, I think possibly the biggest difference today is Hornchurch, on the face of it, look a better organised team, which only today I hasten to add. Torquay have got better quality players, Musa being one of them, and Jordan Young, and here comes Musa's corner. It's a deep one. Krask will go up to try and head it. He does get his head onto it, but straight into a Hornchurch player who will break, and a good ball up. It's now 2 against 1 at the back for Torquay. Jordan Thomas just well enough. Will Jenkins Davis is the second one there. Scannell goes in with, quite frankly, a stupid challenge there and gives away the cheapest of free kicks. As I said, Sam, at that moment of quality there, Musa and Jordan Thomas give him a nice little give and go, and I think if Hornchurch had, again, I don't wish to sound disrespectful to them, but if they had a slightly better quality of player or produced more quality moments in the final third, we're talking a completely different game here. But As it stands, James Harmon has put the, called him Jane there for some reason. James Harmon has put his cap on. Well, he likes to be Jane on a Sunday, but I'm not meant to tell him that. And it's his long ball, but that's going to go all the way through to Mason Terry, the man that's just made that good save for Hornchurch, and he will try and get his team on the front foot again. He bowls out to the left hand side and finds Harry Gibbs. His long ball goes over everybody except Ed Palmer, who hooks it back up towards the halfway line. It will break Hassani's way, and he just dinks it forward, and by dinks it forward I mean he hopelessly punts it forward and puts it easily into the Hornchurch defenders. Here it comes, and Nathan Bertram Cooper down this right hand side, good closing down by Cook, but he finds Pegram and he will come forward as well. I've noticed Hornchurch don't have their names on the back as well, actually, Sam. It's should have mentioned that earlier. Hornchurch don't have the names on the back of their shirts.
It's nice play by Thomas.
It was, and there's a good throw into Musa down that side. Musa keeps it in. Can he get past his man? He's got Cody Cook he aimed for in the middle, but he does well. Good backtracking there, to be fair. I think it was Greenwich getting back there, and Torquay United with 16 minutes left here at Plainmoor will have a corner down their right hand side. Torquay United 2, Hornchurch 0 here on BBC Radio Devon Sport on what's been a poignant day for the club, but so far the team are getting the result that everybody wanted of a yellow persuasion. And here comes Musa's right footed corner. It's a good one into the 6-yard box. It takes a fortunate deflection off of Greenwich there and goes into the hands of Terry, and Torquay United need to be clever here, as here comes the substitute Saunders down the right hand side. Threlkeld goes to match him. Dean Moxey's back there, but he managed to get the cross in, and Jordan Thomas comes in to fill in the centre half role, but his clearance isn't too good. Scannell now 25 yards from goal gives it back to Pegram, back to Ray, I beg your pardon, on the left hand side, and his up and under cross James Hammond will watch all the way. It'll go into his arms. The ironic cheers from the Torquay fans, but at the moment, is it fair to say the last 5 minutes, I don't want to say Hornchurch have ran out of steam.
It's been a terrible game, hasn't it, for 5 minutes, and that absolutely suits Torquay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely suits Torquay.
Well, Hornchurch, sorry Sam, about to make another substitution. It will be either Wood or Welch coming on as Musa and Cook try to engineer something up the Torquay United end. It's going to be number 18, Tommy Wood, coming on. I don't know who he'll replace at the moment. I would guess it will be a forward player, as the visitors obviously still believe they can get something from this game, and truthfully the way the game's played out they've got no reason not to, as Threlkeld again brings it down. Nice little bit of composure. Jenkins Davis now, can he get past his man? He can't. Easy for Harry Gibbs. He's now going to come forward. Scannell's down the left hand side. Gibbs comes rampaging forward. He finds Pegram 30 yards centrally for goal. Back inside now to Ray. He comes across to Greenwich in that deeper line midfield role. Back out to Saunders up against Moxey. Saunders tries to take Moxey on the outside. Moxey's too clever for that, gets his leg in, stops across, throw in with 14 to go here at Plainmoor to Hornchurch, and it's going to be number 2, Nathan Bertram Cooper, coming off. So just to annoy me and you, Sam, this is going to be another change of shape, I would think, if indeed Tommy Wood is not... Oh no, wait a minute, have they changed that? No, it's not. It is number 2. Yep, sorry, my apologies. Another player come over there. It is number 2 going off, Bertram Cooper. He will be replaced by Tommy Wood, number 18, and I've got a feeling that Wood will be a more forward-thinking player. So here comes the throw-in, quickly taken. Saunders now. Good little ball there, finds Pegram, trying to get a low cross. He does get a low cross, finds McQueen, low shot to McQueen, blocked by Torquay United, and they get the break of the ball, and Musa, rather than clear it, tries to dribble his way out. Can he find Jenkins Davis? Good tackle there by Pegram. Musa could have maybe done better there. Hassani now goes over to close down. There has been another change for Hornchurch in terms of the way they're going to line up, and here comes Sanders down this right hand side, but United eventually, between Dean Moxey and Hassani, get a foot in. Now Musa's got it, and his ball down the left hand side will be conceded a throw in. We have got
a good chance Hornchurch, wasn't it? He was so free just inside the penalty area. He's not good at all. Yep. Torquay recovered brilliantly and just threw bodies at it to block it, but you know, it was very similar to our second goal earlier.
Well, Tommy Wood, as I suspected, goes straight up front, Sam. Yeah. So I'm wanting overtime here today for working out their formations alone here, as we will get to that in a minute. But it looks like now the 2 at the back and the 3 at the back has become a 2 at the back. It's we'll see where So let's have a look. It's going to be Scott will be in there, as will Gibbs. Greenidge, I think, has went back to his right back berth.
I'll tell you what, Dino Moxey.
Yeah.
He's come on and he's just won everything so far.
Cody Cook. Oh, really? Well, Dean Moxey's long throw was headed there by Cook. Musa was trying to get onto it, but unfortunately Cody Cook deemed to have committed a foul there. So again, I said, Hornchurch, certainly one thing that they can't be accused of is going for it, to be fair. It's been an interesting tactical battle today, actually, Sam, hasn't it, to be fair?
Tactical battle, both managers changing it. But I think Forsen's, how amount of managers an opposition's changed it, and then our managers just.
I find Paul's a very reactive manager, actually.
It's just been you're right, Paul. It's just been a tactical battle the second half.
Yeah, it has. And here is Will Greenidge back to Ryan Scott. His long ball will go towards the edge of Torquay's box. Palmer gets his head on it. Just me as Palmer winning everything as well. Jenkins Davis tries to get in, but Rate does well enough there. Finds Pegram now over to the left hand side where Gibbs is quite far forward for the visitors. His low ball's a good one to Pegram, left edge of the box. He's forced outside to Scannell. Scannell's right foot cross is met by McQueen, but it's cleared out. But every time it comes out, it seems to go to a Hornchurch player. There's a brilliant little dink over, big chance for Hornchurch. Excellent save by Hammond. Balanta surely had to bring his side back into there. It's back across, and another one. Balanta has to score, and I don't see who got the second chance, Sam. Torquay United hanging on, 10.5 to go. United 2, Hornchurch now. How is that still the case?
Better, nothing against Hornchurch, but a team with more quality in that final third, and we could see 3 or 4 today, honestly.
Yep.
Just there, they've come from. It's just so easy for them to get in behind on the left-hand side of our defence, and James Hayman's done fantastically. I think the finish is poor at the same time. I think he just has to blast it past a keeper, but Hammond's done everything he can to save it, and the ball back into the box completely free, and he's just completely fluffed it over the bar. So Torquay just need a third goal, I think, from this.
If I was of the Hornchurch persuasion, Sam, and you asked me who I wanted that chance to fall to, Balanta's name would have been first out my mouth every time. But having not seen him as regularly as their fans have, perhaps I'm being overly generous in judging him on his pass. But Hammond, credit to him, makes a save. He's made 2 big saves today, one from the penalty spot and that one there. But again, Hornchurch through Greenidge, definitely back over to this right side now, dinks it forward. But Dean Moxey and Threlkeld again seems unsure of himself, and immediately Pegram gets it back out to Saunders on the right hand side. Moxey trying to show him inside this time, but United through Krask find Tassani, he dinks it forward. Sam, we've got about 9-10 minutes to go. Who would your men of the match be from a yellow persuasion today, mate, if you were forced to pick, which basically you are?
If I had to give my 4, I'd actually give it to James Hammond, actually, because of the penalty save and 2 big saves. Finley Krask as well for his goal. He did concede the penalty, but I think it's been immense. Palmer's won everything in the air. And Cody Cook up front has just been fantastic. His layoffs, we haven't seen much from the second half because, well, some other balls, to be honest with you.
See, and there's the commentator's curse, Sam. You literally said Cody Cook's name, he picks up the ball and gives it away. Welcome to my world, mate. This happens about 10 times a day, not just once every now and again, believe me. As a throw in to Torquay United, midway inside their half, down their left, Hornchurch right, which Dean Moxey will aim towards the halfway line. Cody Cook goes up for the first time. He's not awarded a free kick against him, it seems, in the last 20 minutes. Threlkeld nods it back in. Scannell will pick it up. Jordan Thomas again doesn't go in strong enough in that challenge, and Scannell starts coming out. Sam, I will come to some scores in a minute if we get the chance, if you have some. It's been a non-stop game, to be perfectly honest.
Sofa Scores trying to wind me up and saying it's 4-0 to Slough with Worthing, but it's still 3-0.
Okay.
So
well, even threes, wow.
Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look as we're running through. But if Torquay went today, and that's 7 points from 3. It's back in.
Well, absolutely.
That's all, definitely. Superb stuff.
It's as a goal kick to Torquay United as we head into the last 8 minutes. Let's see what I've got. Welling 0, Dorking 1. Come on, Welling. Chippenham winning at Hampton. Chippenham, they're such a sneaky team. Chippenham, everybody thinks they're rotten, but they're actually a lot better than that, to be honest. Farnborough 3-0 against Weymouth. It looks like they've gone. Enfield again winning some. As it stands, they will come out the bottom 4. Tonbridge 0, Truro 1, Boreham 3, Eastbourne 0. Excellent stuff from Boreham Wood. Not that I wanted to say that particularly, but as Hassani finds Cody Cook. Now, can he find a supporting brother in Jenkins Davis? Yes, he can. Jenkins Davis, right edge of the box. He comes back, finds Cody Cook, but he tries an over elaborate shot straight into the arms of Mason Terry. Salisbury 0, Chelmsford 3, Aveley 1, Western 1, and as you say, Slough 3, Worthing 1, and another big score down at the bottom, Sam. Bath 0, St Albans 1. So both St Albans and Enfield making a real late season push for safety, as Dean Moxey has got a chance to clear for Torquay, which he takes. It comes over to, in my opinion, the impressive William Greenidge, but as soon as I say that, he gives it away. So, and now Hassani, I actually think Hassani's done quite well today as well, Sam. And then again, absolutely, that's another Cody Cook moment there. It only took me 2 minutes to catch up with you. But I think, well, he's been shouted at by Jenkins Davis, and I don't think Paul Watton's words will be broadcastable, but I actually think Hassani's put in a real shift in that central midfield role today. As I said, we have got 6 minutes just left here at Plainmoor. Thank you for joining us here on BBC Radio Devon Sport, and of you of a yellow persuasion, you'll be happy to hear it as Torquay United 2, Hornchurch 0. Finn Krask and Matt Carson, the goal scorers. I don't think too many would have predicted that. The second goal in particular, very well worked, but truthfully, not sure it tells the story of the game. James Hammond saving a penalty at 1-0 and making a big save there 5 minutes ago to keep Hornchurch at bay for the time being. And we have today's attendance, including a hugely impressive 126 away fans. Well done to you guys. Safe trip back to Essex. I know, trust me, we know how far everywhere is from here. And the attendance today, an incredible 4,460. I say it every week, but I say it every week because it's true every week. Yellow Army take about 4,460, including 126 away fans, as Hornchurch again still not giving up the ghost here, trying their best through McQueen back to Pegram, and there think ball, it comes back to Greenidge on the right hand side, but he's forced inside by the hard working Musa, and now a little bit of space for Harry Gibbs up out of defence here. He comes back over to William Greenidge out to the right hand side where Sanders, he's been getting a lot of the ball, but he's not put too many in yet. Will he now? No, because Dean Moxey won't allow that to happen. Throw into Hornchurch, 4.5 minutes to go here, Sam. The 90-minute mark's getting ever closer.
Yeah, I think that Hornchurch had their chances, didn't they? And luckily for Torquay, it didn't end up in the net. And now it's just kind of Sun's out at Plainmoor. The lack of quality now, or hopefully not from their throw-in, but it's suited Torquay. We're defending well.
Here comes a long throw and up go the heads. It's the experience. Dean Moxey gets his head on it, wants a free kick. It does come back though. Ball dinked in towards the back post, headed away there, but not very convincingly. It breaks a Hornchurch way. Jordan Thomas, a funny moment there. Scannell tried the shot. Thomas thought it went up in the air. It didn't. It went along the ground. Scannell now takes him on the right hand side. Good left footed cross, and comes a header. Oh, it's off the bar there. I think it was number 5, Harry Gibbs, on the end of that. Another big chance for Torquay. Brilliant wide play there, to be fair, by Sean Scannell. His left footed cross, Scannell skins Jordan Thomas down that left hand side. The ball comes in, and the header by Harry Gibbs strikes the bar. Unlucky again for Hornchurch. It's not looking like their day, Sam.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's looking like one of those days when you're near the top of the league. These go for you, don't they? I mean, Sean Scannell's shown his talent and what a career he's had. The ball into the box is fantastic off his left foot. I'm pretty sure it's his weaker left foot as well. It's completely evaded everyone. Free header in a box. It's beat Hammond. I think it's gone off the corner of the post. Bounced away. It's just going to be Torquay's day, thankfully, by the looks of it. But another day, Hornchurch. I mean, it was like the Hampton game, wasn't it? When it just didn't seem to.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think. I know this might sound daft to our listeners, but hold on, as Hornchurch come forward, has that went out? No, it's not. Dean Moxey surprisingly stops there, thinking it had, it didn't. I think the man of the match was given to, and here's another chance, Ballanta clean through and goal, and this time he will get his side back into it, but the referee has awarded the goal, has she? Yes, she has. And Balanta gets on the end of a through ball and from 16 yards strokes past James Hammond. 2.5 minutes left here at Plainmoor. No more than Hornchurch deserve. Torquay 2, Hornchurch 1.
What can you say? Sam Dre has been pulled into the ball, he's been beaten, it's fallen behind him, and then it's a lovely finish by Balanta. The least they deserve is a goal. Torquay have just done nothing in the second half. I'm sorry to say, we had a couple of chances, but we've just been outplayed again. This is a huge moment in Torquay's season, the rest of this game, as the Yellow Army get behind the players.
Well, I think the man of the match went to James Hammond there, understandably to an extent, but now we have got 2 minutes plus any additional time, and let's see how much that is as Dreyer does well. Threlkeld finds Hassani. United just need to keep the ball, but Krask just dinks it forward straight through to Mason Terry in the Hornchurch goal, and we will see how much additional time there is. Torquay United 2, Hornchurch 1. Balanta, it was a very, very similar chance to he had, and another chance here now to get them forward, but Palmer just thinks that clear. A little bit more composure. Cody Cook comes back. James Hammond needs to come out and claim that. I thought for a second he wouldn't. He's fuming with his defence, telling him to get up.
James Hammond and Paul Watson are absolutely spitting feathers right now.
Well, I mean, the ball broke to Balanta there. I don't want to be overly harsh, Sam. I've only seen it once. I'm not sure if it was a little error in the Torquay defence there.
Got pulled in and
they didn't read it very well, but it's going to go all the way out for a goal kick at Hornchurch. But Balanta in a position where truthfully he should have scored from earlier, this time kept his composure. He shot across James Hammond into the far post, and he's brought his side back in it. As I said, we're now into the final minute. We're about to see the additional time. Torquay United, to be fair, have been hanging on a fair bit here. I know the Torquay fans are probably getting sick of you and I saying this, Sam, but we're only telling you what we see as Dean Moxey concedes a throw in. Darryl McMahon telling everybody, get up for this one. I think the ref, I think he said 4 it is. He's not put it on the board, but I noticed Mike asking him there. Sam, I think it's going to be 4 additional minutes. Thank you and welcome along as you come to a really exciting conclusion here. Ball comes into the Torquay United box, cleared out by Torquay United. Torquay 2, Hornchurch 1. I will come back to the synopsis in a minute as the ball's dinked in towards the Torquay box. It's going to break to the back post. Goal scorer Balanta keeps it in. Jordan Thomas goes out to close him down. Comes back to Haig. It is going to be 4 additional minutes, of which we're 2 seconds into. Torquay have been under the cosh for most of this half here, and Hornchurch's goal just a couple of minutes ago has given them a fighting chance. Another long diagonal up towards the Torquay box, another one that Ed Palmer wins, another one that falls a Hornchurch way. Here's a chance to get the ball in the box. Crass clears it now, and Torquay Sam are under siege at the moment.
Get up. Just haven't had the ball the whole of the second half. It's been so negative.
Yeah, welcome to the listeners that have just joined us. As I said, I will give you a brief rundown in a minute as another ball comes up towards Torquay's box. Dean Moxey, whose right foot gets it away. I think Hornchurch are playing a 2-2-6 here at the moment or something, Sam. And they will have a long throw which will be taken by number 5, Harry Gibbs. A 12th minute goal by Crass put Torquay United in front. A 30th minute penalty saved by Hammond kept him in front. 6 minutes from the break, Mark Carson doubled Torquay United's lead, but Hornchurch dominated this half. 2 minutes for the end of normal time through. Balanta have got 1 back. United 2, Hornchurch 1. We have 3 minutes of additional time left here at Plainmoor. Scannell gets another ball into the box. Crass clears it to the back post where Balanta will pick it up, dinks it in rather than shoot. Again, United's box absolutely mobbed. It breaks to McQueen. He tries a shot, good closing down by Jenkins Davis. Scannell will try again from the left hand side. He won't. He will come over to Pegram in a little bit of space. Everybody behind the ball for Torquay. The Yellow Army getting a bit frustrated, but they need to keep behind their team, and the linesman has flagged for offside and respite for Torquay, and it's respite that's much needed, Sam Swan.
Respite for me as well.
Yeah, absolutely, that's it.
This is horrible as Palmer goes down.
Yeah, this is a game nice. Management going down, believe me.
One with a 3-0 up. Western Supermare 2-1 up, 2 late goals. To be honest, right now I don't care. Yeah. I just want to see Torquay get over the line here, because Hornchurch have absolutely had us in this second half, to be honest with you. It's not been clever, to be honest. As good as quality as the 2 goals from Torquay have been, I just think every time we just haven't kept the ball at all in the second half, and every time we've got the ball, Hornchurch, to their credit, have been fantastic out of shape. to stop us from doing it, but we've just been too slack, and they could have had 2 or 3 chances before they got their goal. So, and our keeper's made a penalty save as well. So if Torquay win today, huge. We're nowhere near that yet, because that's going to be basically another minute added on.
Yeah, absolutely. 90 seconds left as James Hammond plays a very sensible free kick, or goal, well, offside free kick from almost just outside his own penalty area. It's a throw in 18 yards from the Hornchurch goal, which goes back to the goalkeeper Terry, and his clearance is closed down by Musa, but he can't get a lucky break, and it goes out for a goal kick. But the one thing it will do, Sam, is keep the ball on a place on the field that Torquay United want it to be. We have 58 seconds left here, but as Sam said, probably a little bit more, and the Torquay United fans know that their boys on the park need some help. Yellow Army come the chance. Up comes a head-to-head, Palmer out of defence, he does win it this time. It goes out, Scannell has a throw in just inside United's half, down their left hand side. It's quickly taken, it's again, I think it's Palmer gets on the end of it, United clear it, and now Musa and Greenidge are going to chase this one. Greenidge clear favourite, back to the goalkeeper, it bobbles a little bit but he clears well. United's defence pushing up go the heads, it's won by a Hornchurch head, and then Dreher uncharacteristically doesn't do that very well, and then, well, unfortunately Harry Gibbs up there from the back thought that his man was going to make a run, he's put it out for a goal kick. The referee will tell James Hammond to get on with it, and we have 10 seconds left here at Plainmoor.
It's going to be another minute, I reckon.
To be fair, it's when the referee actually literally physically shown James Hammond or watching, saying, here you go, this is how long there is to go, but all Hammond needs to do is get this as far down the field as possible. Paul Watton in front of us checks his watch. Torquay 2, Hornchurch 1 here at Plainmoor. 4,460, the incredible attendance again. Good win there by Cody Cook, finds Musa, he needs to take it into the corner. He does try to take it into the corner, but then he loses it way too easily, and Will Jenkins-Davis retones for that mistake, concedes a throw in. Musa had to do better there. The throw will not go back to the goalkeeper, it will come up towards Torquay, and again they win the ball. It's going to break to Hassani, and the referee puts the whistle to her lips, and Torquay United have managed to hold on here and get all 3 points. I can look at some fans there jokingly mopping their brows because none of them are silly enough to not recognise what's went on here. Hornchurch have come here and, in my opinion, put on the best display of any away side of the season, but they've somehow not managed to take anything from it. Full time from Plainmoor, Torquay United 2, Hornchurch 1. Sum that one up, Sam.
Crikey, what a huge win that is. Really bizarre game of football to watch, actually, Paul, wasn't it? It's completely opposite, where Torquay have got the quality in the first half, and you think that's going to set them on the way, but in the second half we just didn't get the ball. It wasn't even that we're poor, it's just Hornchurch are just relentless in their pressing, relentless with the ball, and just we didn't deal with it very well kind of in the back line at all. But we've got away with it in a way, and we've worked hard, but that is a huge 3 points. It's now 7 points from 3 games, which has put our title ambitions back out there, and it was a huge games coming up now. We're in the lovely part of the season, which I love, but well done Torquay, that is a huge 3 points.
Heading towards the championship rounds, as you say, Sam, but to be fair, we're probably sounding like we should have red shirts on here rather than yellow today, Sam, but we're only telling as it were. But however, it is important as well to also point out the moments of quality in this game. I think Finn Kraska's finish for the goal's a moment of quality, but United's second goal, good move down the right hand side. Hayfield finds Jordan Young, shows composure, waits for the approach. Mark Carson picks him out with a beautiful pass. Carson side foots it into the net, gives the keeper no chance, and of course James Hammond, given the stadium man of the match, also saves a penalty. Quickly, Sam, before we head back to the studio, how are you feeling after us? One happy?
I'm happy, I'm very tired, I need to sit down, to be honest with you. I'm absolutely delighted, huge 3 points, and it was a great game of football actually. If you're a neutral, fantastic battle from both managers.
Absolutely, thank you so much for your contributions today, Sam, much appreciated as always. And as I said, Torquay, at least on the 3 points, will be going home happy as it were. Possibly doesn't reflect the game. I'll give you a quick summation of how it happened here. Krask puts Torquay United in front after 12. Hammond saves a penalty after 30. Carson after 39 puts them 2-0 in front, but 2 minutes before the end, Balanta pulls one back. Hornchurch couldn't get back. Full time, Torquay 2, Hornchurch 1.
BBC BBC Radio Devon.
Sport.
With James Vickery.
Another dramatic afternoon of sport, BBC Radio Devon. Coming up to 5 o'clock, it's Saturday, it's the 15th of February. There are wins today for Exeter City and Torquay United. Plymouth Argyle, though, beaten at Blackburn. Here's how the afternoon played out for our football teams.
Watt looks for Josh McGuinness, who heads forward. Finishes into the bottom left-hand corner. Josh McGuinness, he has taken that FA Cup form into the league. It's a great headed opportunity and a great headed goal for Josh McGuinness. Finally, after a period of extended sustained pressure from Cambridge, the Grecians have taken advantage. It's Cambridge United 0, Exeter City 1.
Free kick towards the edge of the box, up goes the header. Palmer, can it break a Torquay way? Yes it can, and for their first attempt at goal, Finn Crask fires a right foot shot into the net from 8 yards out. It's against the run of play. Torquay don't care. 12 gone here at Plainmoor. Torquay United 1, Hornchurch 0. Forward, looking for Jordan Young, who is going to be on site here, heading towards the right edge of the box on the left foot. Jordan Young lays it across there, looking for Carson! And Matt Carson finishes with aplomb from about 10 yards out with the left foot. A brilliant breakaway from Torquay United. 39 minutes gone here at Plainmoor. Torquay United 2, Hornchurch 0.
Players streaming forward, the blue and white halves. The cross deflects into the penalty area. It goes as a snapshot by Forshaw. The former Argyle man hooks the ball into the net. It's Blackburn Rovers 1, Plymouth Argyle 0, and Adam Forshaw, who hasn't scored since 2016, puts Blackburn Rovers into the lead. Nice back heel finding Cargbo for Blackburn into the penalty area. Space for Dolan. Dolan shoots 2-0. Blackburn Rovers, Tyrese Dolan scores his 4th goal of the season. A little bit of quality to find a man in space in the penalty area, and he lashed the ball into the net, and it's Blackburn 2, Plymouth Argyle 0.
Here's another chance, Balanta clean through and goal, and this time he will get his side back into it, but the referee has awarded the goal, has she? Yes, she has. And Balanta gets on the end of a through ball and from 16 yards strokes past James Hammond. 2.5 minutes left here at Plainmoor. No more than Hornchurch deserve. Torquay 2, Hornchurch 1.
BBC Radio Devon.
Sport.
With James Vickery.
Yeah, loads to talk about in this part of the show, and a reminder, we're on till 8 tonight because we've got the Exeter Chiefs women away against Saracens women, a crucial game for Chiefs women. They've got to win, otherwise their season is over. We'll be live for commentary of that from 5:30 tonight. But still to come, we'll hear from Exeter manager Gary Caldwell from the 12:30 game. The Grecians beating Cambridge by a goal to nil. We'll be at Plainmoor in a moment. Torquay just about got over the line at home against Hornchurch, 2-1 today. But let's begin our roundup then in the northwest of England. Defeat for Plymouth Argyle on their travels away against Blackburn Rovers. Former Argyle man David Norris with us alongside Drew Savage for this one. And Drew, despite Argyle's defeat, it doesn't sort of feel too deflating because it just feels like it's one of those days where it didn't quite come off for them this afternoon.
Yeah, if you look at the second half, Blackburn did create the better chances, but they are a side 5th in the table, and in Todd Cantwell in particular, they have a couple of really pretty high quality players. But Argyle, they kept going, they kept battling, the heads never dropped. At 1-0, they're always still in it. There always a chance they might do something. And even at 2-0 down, they went for it. They bring on an extra attacking player. Al Hadj came on for Paulson, and there was one half chance, a lovely curled cross in from Adam Randall that hit the chest of Michael Bezier, but was saved by Pears in the Blackburn goal. So I think you can't remain unbeaten till the end of the season. Argyle have been on a great run and enjoyed that roller coaster ride, and now it's just got to dust themselves down, think about Luton away on Wednesday night. That's a vital game. Luton bottom of the table, Argyle next to bottom, and got to focus on that now.
And David, obviously, as Drew was saying there, you can't carry on unbeaten till the end of the season. I mean, that would be an unthinkable task, wouldn't it? But Miron Muslic and the Argyle players, from their recent performances and results, have certainly got a bit of credit in the bank right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, from where it felt like we were after Burnley to where we are now, with the hopes there, we've got a chance, we've got a fighting chance. I think this game was always going to be a bit of a, not a free hit, because there is always a chance with the form we're in that we could have got something, but you look at this one and say, if we get a point, we'll be happy. Whereas you look at the fixtures coming up, they're going to be the key and crucial ones. Performance-wise, the work rate's there, the organisation's there. There was a little bit of quality today that was just a bit too good, but overall, there's a fighting chance in us now, and I'm looking forward to the next few games, and I think these next 5 are going to be crucial.
What pleased you most about today, David?
To be honest, because from the games I'd seen before, it was just, they were so well organised. The work rate was there, the closing down, one went and then the other one backed it up. That's how I always used to remember us, and I felt like we went away from that, and it was good to see it back. And they worked for each other, they were high-fiving, they were shouting at each other, getting the best out of each other. They're a team now, they feel like they're a team, and listen, no one wants to lose games, and it's a disappointing result, but it's a million miles away from where they were.
Yeah, it certainly is. And a massive game now away against Luton on Wednesday.
Yeah, huge.